Hey everybody, how are you tonight? We're probably not going to have a real long stream tonight because I am tired. I didn't get much sleep last night. So, yeah, we're here, but we won't be here all night for sure. Thank everybody for coming who's here already, and we'll get right into it a little bit. We'll do this again later when we get more people, but I do have my Bronco is finished, and we will be the video for that I think just went live a few minutes ago, or I think it did. I'm not sure. To check that, be sure. I think it's supposed to have gone live like an hour ago. I can look real quick. And we got a little progress too on there. It's up. And we got some progress on the 65 GTO. We've got the midnight blue paint on it. Let me adjust the camera down here. You can see what we're doing. We got our midnight blue paint on it. I put some silver paint down to go underneath the foil just so I could kind of keep it up, so I could see better where it was. But we do have focus. There's our GTOs badges, and we got the front fender badges on there, and then the arrowhead on the trunk. And we put those on the bare metal foil on before we painted. And speaking of which, we painted this with Duplicolor. They were changed the name of it. Now they're just calling it dark blue, replaces the midnight blue, original GM color. Which in 65, the GTOs came in two different colors of dark blue. One was a charcoal blue, and one was ultramarine, or I don't remember what it is, but it was like just like a midnight blue. We did also on it. I've got added a filler panel here in the front. I'm still add a little more detail, like where the hatch open, the hood latch is. Going to go in there. We're going to add a little more detail for that. And we added sun visors since it's going to be a convertible, and it also gave me a place to hide the magnets. There's one here and one here to hold the top down. And we also did the same thing with the tonneau cover. We put magnets on the tonneau cover, and then there's magnets on the bottom of the interior tub. You can see them right there. And I put them on. I lined everything up and put those on so that the tonneau, I can switch between the tonneau cover or the soft top, either one. That's where we're at on there. I did just do a basic paint job on the bottom. Nothing spectacular. Just basic, picked out the exhaust and whatnot. Put a little bit of gunmetal on the fuel tank and did a silver dry brush on that. So that's where we're at there. And then we got the motor going there. I did build if you can see it, I built a mounting brackets for the carburetor, so it's not defying gravity. I just used painted it in an icy blue to represent the Pontiac blue, and then left the chrome valve covers on it. And we've got the 3 discs that are here somewhere in this pile of weeds here of parts. They're in there somewhere. So that's where we're at on the GTO. Thank you. I got them on Amazon. They were 2mm by 4mm. They're just tiny little boogers. And they weren't very much money. They're the neodymium magnets or whatever, so they're pretty strong. And on the underside of the interior tub, I doubled them up because I knew there was going to be space between the top and where they were at. There was going to be a little extra air gap. So I added, because this doesn't go all the way up. There'll be a little space there. So I added an extra one on the underside of each of those to give it a little more strength. And so the ones on the top, the ones that are painted black, you can't even see them in there, or you won't be able to. You just kind of see the light catching on this one here. Like shadow of the light, you can see it appear, disappear, and appear. Once I put the glass in, you won't see it. And this is just the base color on the top and the tonneau cover. I'm going to do a kind of a black leather, like a vinyl top cover, which is a black gray. That's going to be, the interior is going to be black. I don't have the picture on this computer of I can only ever find one color picture of the 65 for my Dream of Yeni. I find boatloads of pictures of the 67 DTO that they used on the show, and then they in 66 they had a Bonneville. I find pictures. They used two different Bonnevilles. One was green and one was blue. And then 68 he had a hardtop GTO, which was the light blue, and then the other, I can't even remember the other Army astronaut. His he had a Firebird. Hey Norm, how are you tonight? So that's what we're at on that. So that's what we're going to work on a little bit tonight. Probably going to start doing the foliage, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I won't have the charcoal paint for a couple of days to do the top, and then the interior I'm going to use the same gray for the inserts on the seats. So we'll probably start on the foil here when we get going. Move that before I do bad things. In the link is at the top, so if you want to join in on the stream itself, all you have to do is click that and have a microphone and or camera, and you can come in. So grab a drink of water and then we'll get started. Okay. Wrong bag. I debated whether to do the windshield frame with the super chrome, since I've got it, but for this little bit, rather than try to mask it off, it'll be just easier to do the foil, putting on the foil. I think you guys like watching me do that anyway. See my aggravation putting on the foil. And it's definitely not that bad. As long as you got a sheet that's not messed up, it's not bad to do at all. Before we start, though, we will. Rule number one. Always put a fresh blade in. And keep them held ones in the sharps container, so bad things don't happen. have to order me some more blades here before too long. I still have home staff box. That'll last me probably the rest of the year. All right. Fresh blade. Where do we want to start? Let's do the top first. That'll be the easiest one to do. What are you guys working on? Since this GTO is finished, I'm not sure what I'm going to start next. Probably, I don't know. You know, how are you tonight?
Not doing too bad. You?
We're getting by.
Getting by.
Yeah.
Oh,
Surviving my physical therapy, so that's always good.
physical therapy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No fun.
I'm missing 3 discs in my back, so I have to. I'm supposed to go 3 times a week, but it's been too freaking hot. I'd go to and walk in my sister's pool.
Oh, okay.
Because the salt water gives me buoyancy, so it doesn't hurt my back as much. So I can walk for like an hour or so in there. But it's been too freaking hot to do that. So.
Yep, same here.
I went today, even though it was hot. I went ahead and went. Other than that, I haven't been doing nothing, hanging out in the basement here.
That's my first time back in the room. I've been fighting an infection again and on antibiotics. Just haven't been feeling good, so I haven't really been in the room or online. Not really doing much of anything.
That's kind of how I was the last week, 2 weeks ago. Last week, I guess. No, yeah, 2 weeks ago. I didn't even have the live on Tuesday because I wasn't feeling great. I don't know what I had. Might have had a mild case of the corona or something, but I don't know.
Right.
Because I had all the vaccinations, so if I do get it, it probably would just be a little more inconvenient than a cold.
Yeah, I've been hearing some chatter on this new strain that's come out or whatever.
Yeah, they'll next time I go to the doctor, they'll probably give me a new or booster or a new one for it because I'm already a bit immunocompromised, so they stick me for everything they can.
Yeah.
Everything the insurance company will pay for. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Mine's the same way. They keep asking, "Oh, you want flu shot? You want flu shot?" I just had flu shot. And then they give me all these shots for, "Oh, this is the rest of your life. You won't have to take one ever again." I'm like, well, what is it?
And see, like I have to take a pneumonia shot every fall because my immune system is kind of compromised, and so I'm used to it. The only one that's ever made me sick was the shingles vaccine.
I used to, every year they used to give me the flu shot, I'd get sick. Right after the flu shot, I'd get deathly ill from it. And for years, I fought it, and I wouldn't take it anymore. And I would always be fine through the flu season. But then as my immune system dropped because of the diabetes, I was getting sick constantly. Anytime someone come into work with a little cold or something, mine would blow out into something bigger. So I used to, after that, I took the flu shot every chance I could get.
Yeah, they gave me the flu shot. I probably said they'd probably give me another booster for the corona and the pneumonia. They're liable to let me take another hepatitis shot because it's been so long and my immune system is weak. So they may make me do hepatitis again.
I think I just did that one a little while ago.
Just to be safe.
So I picked me up a little slump bumper kit. Picked me up a little what is it? Since watching you, you're the bad influence.
The egg plane?
No, I picked up a P-51B.
Oh, cool.
One of these.
Yeah.
Off of Amazon for like $14. That 1/72 scale. I didn't want anything really big in the hanging around as it is. I already, because P-51s are my thing. You probably can see there's one right here. RC related. But it's still a Balsa kit to start with. But, so I'm going through my shed, and then I forgot I had this U.S. Constitution that I had bought many years ago. And never did anything with it. The box got pretty wet, so things are a little moldy.
Yeah, plastic will clean up.
It's not plastic, it's wood.
Oh.
No, this is a wooden U.S. Constitution kit with all the riggings and all the cannons and all the, yeah. It was like when I was out on back surgery and had fusion, I had picked it up to give me something to do, but didn't get very far with it.
I've got the plastic USS Constitution, and I always said it was going to be my retirement kit, and then I'm retired now, but I got to find a place to put it because it's going to be a long-term project.
Right. Yeah, that's what this, if I do, I'm looking to see how much got busted. Because I'm thinking I might take pictures and stuff and maybe recut this out on my laser engraver. These pieces.
Say as long as the plans are all right, you can rebuild a Balsa. You could rebuild the whole thing.
Yeah. I haven't broken the tape on the box yet to find out whether or not anything in the box is even salvageable. If it's not salvageable, it's just going to go in the garbage.
I mean, if the directions are gone, or plans, you could probably print them out, get them online.
It might go right. Scale model garage. Hey Jimmy, how you doing? Why ain't you in here?
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah, because I've did a little bit of work on my diorama, and I don't think I'm gonna finish my build for Acme. It's turning into more work than I anticipated, and I really want it to be what I want the model to come out and look like. So I don't think I'm gonna rush it. It might have to be a next. The hell was that? Another rocket go up? That almost sound like, you have to excuse me. That was either a car hitting somebody's house or.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Must have been the rocket. It's the only other thing that does that. Sending so much garbage up into space.
Well, as long as they keep doing it, because my niece works for NASA, so
Yeah.
he's an engineer.
Engineer. That's what I was. An engineer. Was. So.
Right out of college, she got a job with John Deere. She was with them for a couple of years, and she got the gig at NASA.
So she worked for NASA in California, Texas, or Florida?
She's in Cocoa Beach,
Oh, really?
Florida. Where she's living in Cocoa Beach.
She's not far from me. Well, that's good news. Everything looks to be okay in the kit. Pretty much. Bugs didn't eat the plans. So that's
Like
good.
two of my nieces are engineers. One's an electrical engineer, and the other one, she actually does work with explosives a lot.
Ah. No, I was a process engineer, programmer, surface mount technology. Yeah, I had thought about going to actually SpaceX was just opening and laid off from the company after they sold out, and was gonna go down there and apply through them, but ended up taking a different route with another company. Yeah, I got two. I hit Michael's the other day. I didn't get a killer deal, but still, I'll pay $15 for a kit all day long. But I happened to get the another one of the Pro Street Chevelles and the 5-window coupe 32.
Cool.
$15 each. That's all they had. They had the Nova Yankos, but they were still original price. And they had two of those and something else. I can't remember what the other one was, besides two airplanes and a ship. But those are still regular price right now. They had some of those metal body ones that you can buy.
Uh-huh.
And white, almost looked like a Lamborghini or something. They had a few of those, and it's funny because they had some over on one side marked for $15 and a couple over on the other side marked for $17.
Yeah, our Michael's only had one car kit, one diesel truck kit, and 2 or 3 airplane kits. That's all I had. And the car kit they had is the same one I bought last time. Was that Ford GT snap kit? Well, I did take it back. They had 2 because they had that Revell Nova. The one with the bitch to put together because the front fenders are separate.
Oh, see, I love that kit. Just because I like the fact of being able to really, daughter. Why is it when I always want to do something, everybody's gotta bother me?
Oh, I have to turn my phone off today because here in Missouri is the primaries elections.
Oh, you getting a bunch
So,
of
so my text messages have been just going ape shit for the last week. Today is the worst.
0.51. Yeah, this is smaller diameter than the, except for the fact that it's not wire. It's yeah, they had this stuff on clearance too. It was in, and it's 0.51. I don't really say what it is, but a buck 24 for all of this. And I was like, well, I can do some battery wires and plug wires and who knows what else with it for $1.24. It almost looks like fishing line, nylon, but colored. That's what it reminds me of.
Like the wire for the jewelry wire. Is that what it is?
No, I mean, I don't think you would want to use this for jewelry wire because it looked like it would snap to me. I don't know, it's pretty strong, I guess. It could be just, kids' jewelry wire. I mean, it's not metal. It's definitely like a nylon or neoprene.
Yeah, there's an elastic string that they use in like model railroading a lot called Easy Line. They use it for airplanes too, for like doing the antennas on the World War II planes.
Right.
And that's a stretchable elastic in it. That's pretty durable stuff. They use it for like if they're doing telephone poles on their diorama, they can run the phone lines and stuff like
Phone
that.
lines across, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that might be good for.
And it stretches so if you bump it, it doesn't break. It stretches.
Me, I look at things, and it's like, for the price, even if I don't use it, $1.24 ain't nothing to throw
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
We burn that up on anything, so I don't mind that. I also bought. I'm gonna kind of do a slight review on it, even though I said I wouldn't do review videos.
Hi, Tasha. Hey, Donnie.
So I don't know. Have you seen this paint at Michael's when you've gone there? Some I think it's like a iron lac. I think is
The
how they
Montana
pronounce
one?
it. This stuff right here.
I picked up something similar there. Oh, upside down. Sorry. This is like Montana acrylic, but it's
This is
orange.
acrylic. This is acrylic too. This is a chrome.
See, I just think the can look the same.
Yeah, the cans look exactly the same except for this one's whatever they call it. Maybe it's because of the color, and that's why the can. Because I don't know what the manufacturer really is, even though
Yeah, I mean, this just says
chrome
Montana
on the
on it.
back. It says what?
This one just says Montana.
Huh.
Montana Gold Professional Spray Paint, NC acrylic, whatever NC acrylic is. And then they put the little ring on top to tell you what color it is.
Yeah, this one's the same thing, and I didn't push my. They took all the caps off of these, so nobody can spray them.
Oh, they don't come with the cap. When you get them, where you're using the first time, you got to pull the nozzle off the top, and there's a little safety ring down inside of there. You got to take that little ring, this little ring here.
Oh,
Take that out, and then you can use it.
okay.
That's in the store. They can't spray it in the store.
Ah, I like that.
It's got that little.
But they had it. I think it was marked down a little bit, and then we had a 20% off coupon, so it only cost me like $4. And I was kind of like, this is a big bottle of chrome, and decanting it, if it works and it looks good, that's a lot of paint for quite some time.
Yeah.
Always looking for a different avenue over some of the, expensive stuff like AK and.
Yeah, there's a lot of things out there you can buy as good, if not better, product by not buying the hobby, quote unquote, hobby brand.
Because to me, except for the fact that, they might have done some better scientific work and got their ratios better for certain things, between pigments but usually the chemical makeup is nearly the same. It's just who's cheaping out on some of the chemicals.
Well, that too, and then they, they make the same stuff for like take the Tamiya weathering powders. They're eyeshadow. You can go over to the beauty aisle at Walmart and buy the same thing for about a quarter of the price, the exact same colors and everything.
Yeah, I did that for because I've been looking for those. They actually, what it looks like is Hobby Lobby's not selling Tamiya products, that they turned around and made their own, because I did see the weathering now in a Hobby Lobby brand, but it's not the same. It looks like eyeshadow. So I got the these, I think they're chalk or pastels, I think, and I figured I could get the same effect out of these.
Yeah, you can.
So because they were, for the longest time, they were
the eyeshadow stuff has got a little bit of wax in it, so it a little sticks a little better.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, the pastel chalks work just as well.
Well, I can always try the eyeshadow stuff. Dollar stores usually always got something for them.
Yeah, you get, well, I usually get the metallic ones, so you can do like your rust and whatnot. Man, let's read that piece up.
Is that Mark?
But yeah, my like my Sanders, I get them at Sally's Beauty Supply for about a third of what they would sell them at a hobby shop for. Screw cutters or a set of toenail clippers from Walmart.
I do the same thing. I'll buy the cheap ones at the dollar store to do a lot of the especially the buffing ones. The buffing pads are really good. And you get what, 6 in a pack for $1.25?
Yeah.
So
And if you buy these like at a hobby shop or something, they're going to pay
Yeah, I
probably
pay.
$2 or $3 a piece.
Right.
The only thing I do get hobby brands is only because I've never found them anywhere else. Are these little fine, pointy
Yeah, those are
Q-tips.
hard to find.
I've not found anybody else that Tamiya that has those. So,
Hey, Kevin.
and they're probably for doing cuticles or something. If I went and
I
looked hard enough, I could probably find them.
I got these ones at the dollar store, but they're not super small. But they one end. It is great for varnishing what you're doing right now. This one here has like a blunt end on this side, and then the fine point and bulk around the other side. And when I varnished my other model out with these were really good. And I got these at the dollar store, but it was a one-time thing. They never had them again.
Yeah.
It's a
Hey,
makeup,
Jason,
it's a
what?
makeup thing.
Kevin, how was everybody tonight?
Hey, Jason.
No, Penny's in there too. Hi, Penny. I'm sorry I didn't see you.
Penny's pit stop. Sorry if I'm always looking up, guys, but I put my TV up a lot higher to give me some more desk room.
Mine's back that way, or actually this way, according to the screen, because my screen is backwards,
Right.
so that you guys can see it the right way. Makes mine backwards. But yeah.
I'm kind of going through some stuff, Kevin. I was out in my shed and I found a U.S. Constitution kit I bought a long time ago, a wooden kit. And I brought it in because the humidity's done some major, I got mold and stuff on all the pieces. So, but just kind of seeing what might be, if it's salvageable or not. If not, then, I'll junk the kit, just keep all the brass and the riggings and all of that stuff. And who knows, someday I'll find another one. They are getting harder to find, though.
I'm saying as long as the plans are still good and you got the hardware, you can always get new balsa. It's like with the RC planes, you can rebuild them bigger, stronger, faster. Just buy some more balsa.
I got plenty of plans for balsa planes.
And some more monocoat, balsa and monocoat. You can fix anything.
The plans look pretty good because they're not on regular paper. They got a coating on it, so that makes it good.
Yeah, oh yeah. So you can glue right to them. Glue right, use them. If they're 1-to-1, you can, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty big plans. It's too big for me to unfold in here. I'm surprised that this stuff looks as good in the box as bad as the box looks. Been there, done that. What was that? Kevin, been there, done that. Always got to make the girls cry. Bully. Listening to you. That's funny. Wait, no eyeshadow. But yeah, I got to get me some paints though, I think, for the plane, because I don't think I have colors in any of my cheapy Walmart folk art or whatever you call those, apple barrels and all of those, for that like drab green and dust tan.
Oh, they'll have them. They just might call them different colors.
Right. Eagle 74. Hello, Eagle 74.
Good evening.
They got two more. I got two more kits in my not wish list, but my shopping list. Because I'm not usually I don't. I am only a P51D guy. I don't really care for the B and the A or B
Yeah.
and C. I think it's B and C. But the kit, like I said, cheap enough and kind of give me something to build and get me my mind off of where I'm felt overwhelmed with the Acme project.
Well, I just finished the Bronco, so it'll be a couple of weeks before I do another plane. And here's the Bronco.
Oh, I saw that in thumbnail. That's nice.
And it's all got it all finished. The video went live on it today, so
And I got a Corsair because Corsair is my other number one favorite.
I built more Corsairs than I could even count.
Oh, Kevin wants to know what you're working on, Bob.
I'm working on the 1965 I Dream of Jeannie GTO. Yeah, I Dream of Jeannie was sponsored by Pontiac, so everybody on the show drove Pontiacs, and they got new ones every year.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Didn't they have that one of them concept cars on that show? They had the big glass.
There was one that kind of made its rounds on a lot of the shows. I'm not sure if it was on I Dream of Jeannie. I know that it was on Bewitched, and then they put the tail and ears on it, the same car, for it to be the Catwoman car in Batman series in the 60s. And I've got pictures with Captain Kirk with William Shatner in his uniform standing next to it. That car. As far as I know, nobody's ever come out with that kit in a plastic for that car.
Right.
Yeah. It may have been a Barris, but I'm not 100% sure on that if it was a Barris car or not. I think I might have it on this computer. I can look in a little bit.
Monogram Thunderbat. I'm not familiar with that kit.
Oh, Thunderbolt? Is it a Thunderbolt?
Oh, maybe it's Bolt. I don't know.
I'm asking. I'm not sure either.
Jason wants. I don't think Jeannie looks that good anymore.
She doesn't look half bad for her age.
You want 3 wishes, Kevin, huh?
Oh, build a camper? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yep.
They're not as difficult because they tend to be lots of squares unless you're doing like an Airstream.
Yeah, but even an Airstream wouldn't be
super bad because it's still a lot of square parts or flat parts that just segmented to make it round.
But if you built the structure and used really thin styrene, you can heat it up. You can
curve it around it, yeah.
Yeah, heat it up and stretch it.
If it's the Monogram P47 Thunderbolt, Michael, decals are a dime a dozen. You can get them just about anywhere. Get replacements if the ones in there are bad. In fact, I made my own for one of the ones I did. I had a friend whose name was last name was Dyer, so I did a P47 Thunderbolt for him. And I called it Dyer Straight. and then I made with the decal. Then I put a royal flush. No, I put a baby flush on it. It was the ace 2 3 4 5, and then I put the tail number was also 1 2 3 4 5, but the numbers were jumbled up.
Yeah, I don't know if this was actually they named we put the Undertaker on my P51 here. I don't know why I did that. I think it's probably what it came with.
Even that cheaper Revell kit for the P51D is not a bad kit.
I've built many of them back in the day, and then
I'd grab it, but I can't reach it from here.
I stuck rockets and firecrackers in them, and
Oh yeah,
played war. When we were able to buy those things as a kid, can't do that now. But we used to be able to go down to Kmart and Walmart. I'm not Walmart. Walmart wasn't then. Kmart and something else. Can't remember the name of it. Ames.
yeah, Venture, EJ Corvettes. There was a bunch of them.
And you,
Our local drugstore carried them, and the Ben Franklin 5 and Dime had models too.
I'm just saying, we could go in and buy a rocket motor,
Yeah.
and then glue it to it, tie it on a string, and light it. We'll try to watch it propel to the other side.
Yeah, I built more than a few of those SS rockets too as a kid.
Yeah.
You got 2 or 3 flights out of it, then you'd lose it or break it and have to go get another one.
Yeah, we had one because I was a Cub Scout leader, and we had one go up, and it was like a half a mile away from where we were at.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
How's it going?
It's going. What you working on?
Cleaning up vehicles.
Cleaning up vehicles.
Yep. Stuff that's been packed for 30 plus years, getting them fixed and cleaned up. And
It's amazing how we put them away and they just seem to fall apart.
yeah, it's the old tester's orange glue, right? Yeah, things have broken and everything. They're all wrapped up and stuff, but 30
Project
years,
Zero.
3 trips across Canada.
Right.
They tend to break. Most of these haven't seen the light of day for almost 30 years.
Wow.
A lot of these built when I was like, anywhere from 9 to 16. Like this one here, the 70 Plymouth GTX.
Looks good.
You can tell I used I'm not sure what I used for clear coat, but it was brushed on. I'm almost thinking fingernail polish.
Yeah.
Just the way just the way some of the brush marks are and the way it kind of pooled in some spots. I'm thinking, a nail polish, clear nail polish. But again, some of these were made when I was a total shit disturber.
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, Lewis, how you doing today?
I think there was more dust on the inside of the car than there was on the outside of the car.
No spiders, though, right?
Not in this one. I've got a couple that do have spider webs in them.
I know when
Hell,
I dig.
I've got-
Go ahead.
I've got a couple that the mice got to.
Oh,
I need to find a hood for a 71, I think it is. Plymouth Barracuda.
yeah. No barracudas here. Sorry.
Yeah, the mice just destroyed the hood on it.
Wow.
Why just the hood? I don't know. But they destroyed the hood.
Must have been something on it. The smell made it tasty.
And the hard part is finding one that is, well, I suppose I can get one that's unpainted, but this car, I left it, like this is the hood. This is what's left of the hood.
Yeah.
That's all that's left of the hood.
That's not much. Not enough to
It's
work
all
with.
like, it's all pieces. That's all the pieces to it.
Hey, Marcy.
Well, at least what there is, anyways.
Hey, Marcy.
But yeah, one of these days I'll find a purple hood because I never painted this car.
It was
So I've
molded
got to
that way?
find it. Yeah, it was molded purple.
Wow.
I got 2 tires to fix on this car. A couple of the little pieces, but yeah, the car is purple.
What car is that, Mark? Okay.
That's the 70, I believe it's 71 CUDA. Back in the, well, I got the axle to fix yet. This one I still need to fix, so. But I took wheels off of an Indy car and put them on there. So it's got wheels from an Indy car.
Well, Eagle, they're going to have a whole lot more problems because that Scott's grass is chemically treated. You're going to have some super mice on your hands. I'd be more concerned about the rodent problem than the fact that they ate something.
So yeah, it's not gonna be easy finding the purple hood, an unpainted purple hood.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have to strip it, I will, but I'd rather find one that's unpainted. But yeah, they are very, very dusty and dirty.
So that's not painted at all, Mark?
No paint, no
Wow.
clear coat, no nothing. That's just a raw plastic, not even polished.
Oh, looks like it's cleaning up pretty good. Heck, I'd just
Yeah,
put
like I
a
said,
black hood on it and call it a night.
Good. I thought of that too, but again, it's still finding.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be
71
temporary
CUDA hood.
because you're just gonna, it's not gonna be glued
Yeah.
in or anything, and it'll be complete, and then you can always keep looking for the piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, been a minute, Kev. Been kind of busy. 71 Hemi Cuda Plymouth Barracuda monogram. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah.
No. It's the one I got is purple. I just have no clue where it's at.
Oh, hey,
And
Jeff.
two,
I've got a quest for Jeff. I might even have the site link here for you too. I know it's on eBay. I'm looking for a set of decals, and it's up for bid right now. For the what the hell was that? The what year is that car? The Buick GSX, the white one. I know it's on eBay. I just saw it. It's $6 starting bid. The bidding ends on Sunday. I think it's a 69. I could be wrong. It might be like 70 or 71. It's the white GSX car. Buick GSX.
yeah, busy trying to downsize my life. Everything but the collection, of course.
If you find it, Jeff, let me know.
Oh, Marcy, my brother's up in your neck of the woods, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of. Where's he at? What's he doing?
Kind of, sort of.
He's working on a paving job up in Port Huron.
Oh, yeah, it's not too far away.
Just north of Detroit.
Yep, he's about, maybe 2 hours away, give or take, depending on which way you go, construction and how many idiots are on the road.
Well, he's the cause of some of the idiots could say they're paving. He works for a paving company.
Yeah, well, it's about time somebody done some fucking work up there.
And it must be a big contract because the company here in Missouri got the job and sending workers up there. So it's not a quick little parking lot deal.
Is that the decal set, Jeff? It should have a instruction booklet in the picture as well. For the one that I saw, $6 for me, $6 US, $14 shipping.
Yep, that is the sound of my dinner possibly being done. I'll be right back.
Yeah, this U.S. Constitution's an Italy kit.
The one he put up is a whole kit, or they call it a junkyard builder, and it's got a decal sheet in it, but they look more like street machine decals than stock decals.
That's the one I'm looking for. Is the street machine.
Yeah, so they're
kind of like a psychedelic
$8. Yeah. Here, let me.
Psychedelic 80s. They should look like this.
Like an owl.
Is that what they look like?
That's some pretty weird decals.
Present. Share screen. Window.
Hey, Jeff Elliott.
Share.
This car is so dirty. My God. Nope, not them. No, that's the wrong release. I need the original release. They look.
That's a whole kit or most of a whole kit for $7-8 plus shipping. And everything but the body, it looks like. Body and clear parts are gone. That's the one he put a link to. Oh, we put up another one. Let me check this other link.
I put it in my watch list, so I'll bring it up.
Okay, here are these. Yeah, there's a different one. Back here. Present. Screen.
That looks like them.
What the hell? Then fucking put them in there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Those are the ones?
Yep. That's them.
Yep. $6. Got the instructions. Yes.
Mhm.
What I'm wondering, Jeff, is if, like I said, it's $6 US, so you convert that to Canada. Then it's
And $4
14
shipping.
something. It's 14.79 shipping to international.
Yeah. It's only $4
Yeah,
to
right.
ship it to me.
Yeah, and what I'm wondering is, I know it's too big to ship like that, but if somebody were to buy them and then cut the decals up so that it would fit in a
Into like
regular
thirds?
envelope. Yeah, cut it up to fit in a regular envelope and then mail it to me. I'll pay for everything, no worries. But I know it would be way cheaper. Like I said, well, I mean, it's $4 for you. For me, I'd have to convert the $6 to US or
Right.
to Canada. So you're looking at about almost $9, you know, plus the $14.79 shipping converted to Canadian, which is now, you know, almost $17. You
Because
know,
if either Jeff or I get it for you, it's like $1.50 to send you a letter.
exactly.
And it'd be
And I mean,
$10
I have
US.
no problem. And I'd have no
Nobody else
problem
has done
sending you money through PayPal or whatever. It's just it would be 10 times cheaper if I got one of you guys to buy it, cut it up, put it in a regular envelope, and then mail it to me. You could seal it in wax paper so it doesn't get wet or whatever, you know, no big deal. It's just I want to redo this car. Again, this is one that I did way back. As you can see, the decals are just falling apart on it. I mean, nothing is stuck down. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I'll put a
literally
bid on
falling
it.
apart. You know, and I want to make it original. This car was not painted. This is original white plastic
Wow.
as well. You know, I mean, I saw the kit. They have 2 kits for sale. The complete kit, the car. One was $34 US and $42 shipping international. The other one was $111 US free shipping. And I'm like, no, I'll just take the decals.
Yeah.
Well, here,
I can find.
I'll put a bid in on it for you. I'll put
I'm
in.
sure I can find rims somewhere because it's got that.
Are those just
triangle
the
swirl.
razor? Yeah, those are the razors, aren't they?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Very similar. Yeah. Saw blades.
Yeah, because I'm missing the 2 front ones.
Oh,
I've tried softening these decals to get them to try and sit back down, and they just won't. They're just too old. They're too done. So if I can get new decals for it,
I put the bid in for them, Mark. If I get them, I'll send them to you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Like I said, just let me know how much. I'll, however you want, PayPal or whatever.
I put in a maximum bid of $10, so the most it would be was $15.
Yeah.
Because they're going to charge $14 because they would, and I dollar to send it to you, so like $15.50 would be the most it would be.
Yeah.
And if nobody else bids against it, it'll be a lot less.
Plus plus the stamp to send it.
Yeah, it's $1.50 for international stamp.
Yeah. No, that'd be awesome. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem. If it may, depending on it when I get it, if it fits in like the shop card envelope, I got tons of those, so it's even I can stick it between the two shop cards and they won't get bent.
It might be a little bigger than a shop card envelope.
Well, we'll see when I get here.
But like I said, I don't need the license plates or anything else. I just need, the hood, roof, side decals, things like that.
Well, I've got the regular letter size envelopes too, the A4 envelopes. I can send you one in there if I have to one of these.
Yeah, and that's what I said. If you have to cut them up, big deal. Wrap them in some, seal them in some wax paper just in case, freaking boneheads like to, oh, look, it's raining. And they're taking their time putting everything in the box.
Well, I put them in like a little Ziploc baggie in there.
Yeah.
Or I got no shortage of monogram plastic bags for kit bags.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if I get it, I'll let you know.
Whoever sent
then the
this
only
rain, come collect it.
And then the only thing I'll need to find is the two front wheels. I'm sure I've got something somewhere.
Yeah, I thought I might have a set. I don't.
They're all childhood cars, right? So I don't want to change them too much.
Right.
I just redid one. I cleaned it, and then I clear coated it. And that's all I did. I fixed it, put it all back together. The only thing I did to it was clear coat it.
Yeah, the only thing I've got left from when I was a kid is that one stupid little tree I made for my grandpa's train set. Everything else is history.
GSX stock wheels were in a rally. They're probably real close to the ones on the Pontiac GTO.
This is all I did was clear coat this one.
Which GTO?
Like the 68, 69, sorry, 67, 68. They all used that same rally wheel from like 66
Yeah,
on.
there's a lot of cars that use them.
A lot of GM cars had those same rally wheels.
Yeah, I was hoping.
If that's what it is, I got boatloads of those.
I was hoping the 69 Camaro, the Z28 had them, but it's not the saw blade. It's the other style.
Do you remember the Black Rat Corvette, Bob?
Yeah, kind of. Not real well.
The one that had that decal on it?
Let me blow it up so I can see it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I kind of think I do remember.
Yeah.
You need to go out.
I never had it, but I think I remember seeing it like in the store.
Again, you can see the paintbrush strokes in this thing. Probably done with testers because that's all I had back then was testers.
Yeah, well, it's and what we all did. I didn't have.
I don't think Tamiya and anything was around then.
No, there wasn't anything else when we were kids. It was pretty much testers. And if you were lucky, Brawl, if somebody came home from a trip to England and brought home, Humboldt.
Yeah. You know that white 66 Chevelle that's out? Or 66 Malibu, I think it is, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's what they made them from.
Yeah.
The black one.
The black ones, that was the very first model kit I built as a car kit.
Again, not painted. This one's not painted. The other one was the red one. All right. You can see the reminiscence of red, and that's red plastic in there. But this was red. This one was, again, brush painted. But it's, So what they did with the new one, they took this hood scoop and the other hood scoop, right, and put them all in the same kit. So instead of having two different cars, you have both cars in one box. But yeah. So I'd like to get the white one and actually have all three of them.
Yeah, there's only pretty much one kit left out from my childhood that I want to revisit. And many might think that that guy that he's getting kits from has one. So
Which one's that?
it's the MPC 85 Firebird or Fiero. It's the one with with the IMSA paired fender parts.
Yeah. I just got this one today.
Oh, cool. Land Rover.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
There's a lot of parts in this thing. Like this thing is.
I saw
packed
that
full of
one
stuff.
at our show up here done up. It was nice. But yeah, it's got tons of stuff.
And it's got some really nice detail in this thing from what I've seen. But yeah, there is a lot of parts in there. So it's going to be a fun one to build. And I think this one's going to be a nice weathered one. All dirty, muddy.
African desert dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be a nice one to weather. Maybe even olive drab green.
Into something festive.
I actually have a Nissan truck that goddamn mouse got to as well. It chewed part of one tire. I'm like, you little bastards.
I can understand them chewing through like into cardboard boxes to see if there's food or a safe place to be, but eating plastic.
Yeah, not even just plastic, the rubber.
Yeah.
He took out a chunk of the tire.
Use peppermint oil. It'll keep the mice away.
What's in here? Took out a chunk of the freaking tire.
Wow.
They like rubber.
That's crazy.
Come on.
They'll chew the shit out of spark plug.
Yeah, it makes no freaking sense. It's not food.
Nope.
Yeah. And they took like half of the freaking tire. So I'm hoping I can pull the tire apart and at least flip the rubber over. So it's on the inside.
Might work, yeah.
Really, there's nothing else wrong with the truck. You know, so. But yeah, why? Go find something else to chew on.
It makes no sense. It's not food. Rodents are fucking weird. I don't know, maybe it was a retriever in another life.
Yeah.
Always something in the mouth and usually not edible.
Retriever, Rottweiler.
Dixie looks at me like, yeah, I feel called out.
I've got a couple though that are gonna get torn right apart and totally redone. Stuff I just made a mess of when I was a kid. Like this old Camaro. It's just a disaster mess, you know. If it's not done right, you know, just get stuff's thrown together. So I'll probably tear it completely apart and just do something crazy with it, I guess.
Well, see, there you go. That's the nice thing with the orange glue. you can put it in the freezer and pop it apart real nice and easy.
Oh, I'm sure I don't even have to do that.
It's
Nope.
probably brittle enough by now.
It's like blow on
You
it.
just pop it. Just be careful.
It'll
So you
just
don't break
pop right
anything.
apart. Yeah, there goes the chassis. Just that easy. But I mean, it's fully tubbed already, you know. So I mean, I might as well pick up some tires from what the hell's the place of it? Model Car Garage, I think. Pick up some nice rubbers there and some nice aluminum rims, you know, stuff like that, and just totally redo it.
Did you see
Do
the
up the
chat,
tube.
Mark?
What's that?
Jeff posted a link in chat.
Oh.
Oh wow.
I know, mice are insane. I can't see. Let's see what Jeff posted here. Actually, I got a Dukes of Hazzard car. I'm going to pick up the
For the C1 for that Land Rover, he said they make some stuff for it.
I can't click. Oh, that's because I'm not on YouTube. Let's go to YouTube and click on the link. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to sit here on StreamYard. I'm like, I can't click on it.
Copy it and paste it, you know.
Yeah, an exo cage for it. Roof racks, nice. Hood, front end, dash. Photoette.
Lewis, what's up with Andrew?
The devil's medal. His mother decided to pull a fast one and took him with her. That's the short version.
Yeah.
It has a place in certain hearts, Jeff. Not mine.
Yeah, Defender's kind of cool. I mean, I'm not overly crazy about Land Rovers, period.
Yeah.
But I just figured, you know, for $35 on Amazon, considering it's like a $60 freaking kit for me.
No, that's not bad at all.
No, I'm like, well, I can't really pass that up. And before I bought it, I watched a few videos on it, you know, on unboxings. I'm like, holy macro, that thing's got a lot of friggin' parts. And I'm like, for $35, okay, I'll find a use for it.
Take the money, yeah, right?
Yeah. And then I have a funny car coming as well. Which one was it now that's coming? I can't remember. Amazon app on your phone is bad because you can check and buy things anywhere.
Because you always have your phone in your pocket. I know, I have the same problem.
You get
2 o'clock in the morning,
bored.
I'm laying in the bed. Shit, I forgot to order dog food, you know? And then I end up browsing.
It's not rice.
Yeah, the Shirley Muldowney funny car.
I have that. Just one of them. It's one of the few that I have one of.
Yeah. Oh, I'm watching YouTube.
I'm not
which
huge
is so
into like the racing and stuff like a lot of you guys are, but there's some things I will grab. Well, Shirley
that one there.
Be one of those.
On focus.
Yep. Yeah, in fact, I just packed it into a crate today. getting things organized, and like I was saying earlier, downsizing everything but the collection. You know,
Holy hell, the price went up on it. $53 for me now. I only paid $42 when I ordered it.
I think I might have paid $30 for it from the local mom and pop.
Well, that's the thing. You pay
Magical food sound.
30,
Be back.
30 something for you, but I mean, again, you convert that over to Canada, it's about 40, 42, 44 bucks for me. So I couldn't pass that one up because, again, the Canadian store that I normally deal with was about 53 bucks for that one. And then, of course, if you didn't spend $70, you'd have another $10 worth of shipping on that. So plus 15% GST. And then, yeah. By the time all said and done, it would have cost me almost 80 bucks to buy that car.
So, Kevin, you saying you had a lot of brown rice?
Pizza right next to the yellow snow.
Yeah. This must be a Camaro kit. Slider rim. Now I made a mess of this.
Yeah, the cat was making quite the freaking noise yesterday, and I'm like, what the hell's this cat doing? I go outside and I check on the cat, and here he's got a freaking rat. He ran off into the bush with it, but yeah, he caught a freaking rat. I'm like, good boy.
Yo.
Now, if you'd only catch that freaking weasel. Weasel's fast, though. He's like an albino weasel. Pure white, but he's got the tips of his ears and the tip of his tail is black, and he's got red eyes. What are you working on, Marcy? No, she's not even there. She's muted.
Yeah, mute.
Yeah, she's probably getting dinner.
I think she said something about supper or whatever. She had to go check on it or something.
Take care of that.
You know, I'm sitting here looking at half of the models that I unpacked and everything. I got, what, 2 race cars, 2 NASCARs, actually 3 NASCARs that I built, and they're in natural color, plastic color, a gold one, white one, and black one. You know, like, I got a lot of cars that are not painted. I did them in the color that they came in. Ferrari Testarossa, 69 Camaro, the Buick National.
I think I built a lot of mine that way back in the day too, just because it was very hard to keep brush strokes out.
Yeah. The ones that do have paint, that was obviously later on in my ages, like, 13, 15, 16, because that now they are starting to get spray painted. They weren't the best spray paint jobs, but they were the testers, rattle cans and stuff.
Yeah, when that first, yep.
I want to find another 69 Charger to do up as a General Lee. I want to do two different ones. I want to do the orange one and I want to do the black one. Then I might even do a third one as the Ghost General Lee. Paint it with glow-in-the-dark paint. So I'd have all three of them. Could do the 4x4 General Lee when they put the big tires on it. Because they did a 4x4 version of it. I think it was one of the rallies or something that they were doing. They had to go. Oh no, it was when they were chasing the thieves that had all the Jeeps. The girls that were stealing, all the girls were driving Jeeps, and the girls kept losing them out in the fields and bush. So they modified General Lee with the big tires, so that they could go after them.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago for me too, but I kind of remember. I remember watching it all the time, but I just don't remember.
I've got all the seasons of General Lee or Dukes of Hazzard. I got all the seasons for the real Knight Rider. I got all the seasons for Airhawk, or not Airhawk.
Airwolf.
All the seasons for Airwolf and all the seasons for Viper and Street Hawk and Magnum PI. A-Team.
A-Team. That was another good one.
There was another one I watched all the time. What was it? It wasn't on for very long.
Yeah, those were all Starsky and Hutch.
I've got all the MacGyver, the real MacGyver. Starsky and Hutch. Starsky and Hutch I don't have the seasons for yet. Working on it.
Yeah, MacGyver was cool too.
Yeah. And how many times did you go outside and try to do something that he did?
Something he did, yep. Hey, get that roll of duck.
Yeah, this doesn't work. What the hell?
It's TV, guys. Well,
when you're 10, you don't. 10 and 12, you don't care.
Nope. No.
Oh, look, he used a rope and a wire, and he went down the side of a mountain with a trolley car wheel.
Right. Welding with a nickel.
Next thing you're doing is you're tying a rope to a tree, and you throw it up on the roof, and you go out your bedroom window to tie it up somewhere, and you try to slide down it, and it pulls down the rain gutters off the house, and you land on your freaking butt on the ground, and yeah.
Lewis tried using the bubble gum, huh? That was his other favorite fix for everything. Gum. Always had to stick a chewing gum on him.
Yeah, use the gum or use the foil or use the gum and the foil.
Yep.
But not the foil, coach, every game.
Miami Vice. Yes, that was another one.
Yeah.
Hi, Donnie. Yep.
Actually, I used to have the Miami Vice Spider model. And now that I think about it, I don't have that car anymore.
I've got the white Ferrari kit.
No, I had the black Spider from Miami Vice.
I have the RC boat. The Scarab that they have in their show. I have one in the shed. 55-inch.
In fact, I bought that Ferrari
Yeah,
last year with that.
Unpacking these cars, I came across the 70.5 Camaro that I built when I was a kid. And I'm like comparing it to the one I just did. And I'm like, I did pretty good both times. Even though I did fix this one, but
I got one of those for a future build myself.
yeah, because this is the one I did, the one that color changes.
Yes, I remember that one.
The
Very,
one
very
that's green and purple and everything. But then I've got the red one that I did when I was a kid. Even got the brush strokes in it. It's the exact same Baldwin Motion car. And I didn't put the stripes on it then either.
I don't think I ever did stripe cars.
What's that?
I never really liked stripes.
Only the Yanko Camaro and the Copo Camaro.
The old
I'm not sure why.
RSSS hockey stick stripes were nice.
Yeah,
this one is a lot heavier for some reason.
The
I don't
hockey
know
sticks,
why.
I think it's the plastic.
Like it's a lot heavier, and yet I didn't do anything different to it.
And plastic might be thicker, like Half-Ass said.
Yeah, I think it's the density too is different.
I've definitely noticed AMT and Revell's plastics are two different thickness. Like I feel like AMT is a little bit thicker plastic than what Revell is.
And then I think they just re-released the Chevy step side, the square body step side, that has the 4 exhaust pipes coming out the side on both sides.
Yeah.
Really?
It used to be the old 350 hot rod truck. Yep, that one.
The black one, right?
Yep, they just re-released it.
Oh, I gotta have that one because I had that back in the day too.
Yeah, and this one's raw plastic as well.
It looked good done up as the Roadkill muscle truck.
I like square bodies.
Oh, I love my square bodies.
Yep.
I still drive my square body.
Mine is still sitting on my parents' property, but no longer living.
Did you happen to see the Fred Henry appreciation build that I did?
Don't think so.
My
Bob, throw him up there.
rendition of
It sounds like it.
My
I got my
rendition
fingers
of
on
a
stickies.
Dale Earnhardt.
Right.
What if Dale Earnhardt drove a square body Chevy truck?
Wow.
I freaking love that thing.
That is sweet.
You know, like I obviously custom used a NASCAR chassis, but I custom built all the upper portion, of course, for the truck. You know, did all
Very
the tubing
cool.
for it. You know, did everything under the hood like a NASCAR would be. I shortened the box about 1/8 of an inch or so. I cut the front off and I made it a unibody truck.
Right? Yep.
You know, just like a NASCAR would be.
Very
Made it all
good.
fit. You know, basically, it's my rendition of what Dale Earnhardt would have driven if he drove a
Right?
NASCAR square body. It's like one of my pride and joys, this truck.
Oh yeah, I love that thing. That thing's badass.
I was actually thinking of doing some more of them since I've got a few NASCAR kits. I'm like, they're NASCAR. Not as good as NASCAR. Craftsman series.
Cool NASCAR truck to do would be Cletus McFarland's Dale truck. He's
Yeah.
he's big block Chevy swapping it, all wheel driving it. He's gonna turn it into a pro touring
yeah.
truck, but it's a NASCAR truck.
Oh,
That'd
he's
be a
actually
badass
drag
one.
racing. He's going to drag race that thing.
Oh, is he doing drag race? I thought he was doing pro touring with it. Kind of a pro touring
no.
style.
No, four-wheel drive drag truck.
Oh, that'll be badass.
Who's
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that?
Cletus McFarland.
McFarland.
Isn't he also doing the looks like a crow mod?
Yeah, Eagle.
Firebird or something?
69 Camaro. Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
I've
And
seen
then
the
he-
Firebird.
And
Now
he's
he's drag racing boats on his track because it's underwater.
Yeah,
Yeah. His little jet boat on the track.
that Mountain Dew boat's cool looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's also got the body now for Leroy, so they're going to start fitting that on Leroy, the Pro Mod body.
I love
Funny car
Leroy's
style.
body, but I will always love the all tubed, no body Leroy.
Yeah.
The OG,
That-
OG
Yeah.
Leroy.
Yeah. The body is going to look pretty good on that car, though.
Now, if they were going to do something like that, I mean, yeah, okay, they took Leroy off of Dragon Drive because they got rid of the radiator and stuff. But I think, to me, they should have taken Ruby and chopped up Ruby and turned it into that type of Pro Mod funny car body and left Leroy alone.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a bunch of photos saved to my phone of his of the McFlurry, whatever the damn blue Mustang's called, the Fox body. I think that's going to be the big thing I try to recreate of his. The small tired Mustang Fox body.
I should go down and check out his thing and get pictures of it so I can maybe mimic it. Because I don't like Corvettes. And I think I got a Corvette up here somewhere. Or maybe not. Maybe it's the Viper.
Beans and wieners.
Hmm?
Kevin said
Okay,
beans
I'm
and
gonna,
wieners.
I'm gonna drop out there, Bob. Thank you for
All
having
right.
me on. I'll go put the
You're
ducks
always
and
welcome.
stuff away and do a bunch of
I'll
other
probably
things.
be on
So
Thursday night too if I feel like it.
See you later, Mark.
sounds good. Talk to you
Good
later.
night.
Have a good night, everybody.
See you,
too.
brother. Ooh. What kits and parts I got gathered up? I'm gonna start doing some of Roadkill's cars, some of them hot rod magazines David has. Like I got the parts in the '67 Camaro to do the Crusher Camaro. I got the kit and the parts to do the muscle truck. And I still need to. I have the parts, but I need to get the kit to do the General Mayhem.
I'm gonna run the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right.
And Warville.
Later, Jeff.
All right, see if I pass. Now I'm done eating. I might go downstairs and fuck with that '92 Chevy.
Yeah, I think my Chevette's probably the closest thing I came to a vet. I drove plenty because I used to work at a car dealership in my teenage days, but I just wasn't fond of them.
I just finished my '94 ZR1 vet downstairs. If I go down there, I'll show everybody.
The newer ones aren't bad. I mean, the body styles have gotten better. I just never. They lost me the same time Mustang lost me. I did not like that wide back end. I just didn't like.
That kind of boxy
Yeah,
70s
boxy,
one
fat.
look.
It was all fat and plain. You know.
Okay.
Pontiac GTO.
I think I got details still.
Bob, didn't you say those rims would be in a Pontiac GTO kit?
Probably something similar would be
The 64?
the 64. No, it'd be like the 67, 68,
Okay.
69.
I knew
70.
I knew I had a GTO and I just saw it above the television, but it's a 64. No, I don't like wide booty. Sorry, Kevin.
The only good-looking wide booty is a dually.
A dually I will give.
Square body or a '90s OBS dually. Oh.
But it's not so
Ian
much.
ran real similar rally wheels on almost everything but the Corvettes through the late 60s and early 70s. The only difference in a lot of them was the center cap.
Yeah.
Where it had a bow tie or a PMD on it.
Yeah, like the Monte Carlo rallies, the vet rallies.
Well,
And then
Corvette
they had
rallies were different.
Yeah. But they had multiple kind of rally rims. And then even the pickups had their own style of rally, they called it.
Yeah, the rally twos were the generic ones that were on a lot of those muscle type cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because my square body had rallies, but they had the outside beauty ring and then inside beauty cap, totally different than other rallies.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't just go and buy any rally rim and slap my stuff on it.
Those Rally 2s were the reason so many cars ended up with slot mags. Because they were fucking ugly.
These were the Pontiac
Right.
and the rallies that you saw on the Camaros and a lot of the Camaros and muscle cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Camaro rallies were a little different.
Yeah,
If I'm remembering.
Some of the Camaros had the Corvette rallies, which were way different.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of the Buicks and Oldsmobiles and a lot of them all came with the same basic rally wheel on them.
Because I know that Buick Wildcat kit has those rims in it.
Yeah, Kevin, fiberglass disintegrates quite a bit when you hit things.
Yeah.
Tri-5 and T-Birds. Tri-5, definitely. Anything that's a Tri-5 is number one in my book.
For sure.
T-Birds, Pacific models. I don't like the old school 57. Sorry. I didn't like that one. But when you get into the 66 and kind of in there, they were nice ones.
Oh, those were ugly. 50s body T-Birds were beautiful. And then once you get into the 60s, I didn't like them.
There's a guy here in town that's got one of the reissue ones that came out in the late 80s or early 90s when they redid that.
When they redid the T-Birds, it would have been late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
When they made them look like the 57s.
I liked those. They were different. I thought they were cool.
I just wasn't a fan of little cars. MGs and all of them.
Yeah. I like little cars, but I'm too tall and too fat to fit in them.
Yeah, my dad had a 60s T-Bird. And it was pretty cool. Had all kinds of friggin' bells and whistles and lots of electronics for something of that era.
Yeah.
Hey, Boston. More cushion for the pushing, huh?
Well, one car I'm upset that I'm too tall and too fat to fit in is my buddy's 94 Camaro. We've done LS swapped it and made it a small tired car. And I am too damn tall to get in and out of that thing. I need a shoehorn to get in it.
Tell him to push the seat all the way back.
It is all the way back. I can't get into that damn little thing. I'm 6'1" at 273. I helped him. Me and all of us helped him LS swap it.
T-top?
It's not a T-top, no.
Oh, if it was T-top, you'd fit.
Well, if it was T-top, oh yeah, I can make myself fit in that damn little thing. We got it kicked out of a drag strip up here. We small tired, slicked it, and took it to our drag strip, and they threw him out because he went too fast not to have a roll cage and harnesses and stuff.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Which we knew that would happen, but we'd see if we can at least get a pass down.
When you got to pedal it.
Yep.
Fuck it, we're sitting at the starting line, and I lean in. I was like, "You ready?" He's like, "We're getting thrown out of here, guys." That's a badass car. He painted it the Chevy orange, and he's got the bunch of black accents all over it.
Sunbeam Tiger. Wasn't that Chrysler's little 2.2 thing they built?
That was the Get Smart car. The car he had on Get Smart. Maxwell Smart's car was a Sunbeam Tiger. Looks like a little MG
Oh,
or Fiat looking
yeah.
coupe.
The only kind of fast car like that I can fit in is one of them mid 2000s GTOs. Just because those cars are pretty big cars, surprisingly. I didn't think they were that big.
They were the car. They were out of Australia. They were an Australian car. What they were.
Yeah.
They just brought them over here and badged them as GTO.
Yeah, we had a dude that lived around here for a long time, had one. And it was nice. It had the LS2 in it. Nice car. It was quick, too. Even for an LS2, which the LS1s and LS2s are dogs. But even for that, it was a quick car.
Need to find a home for these too. Let's find a home for those decals somewhere. I've been sitting on them for a long time, looking for something.
You got a Pinto?
No.
Because that what screamed first was the 80s Pinto with flames going down the road.
You have to put them on backwards though.
Or a Gremlin. If you got a Gremlin.
Looks like something straight out of fucking Wayne's World.
Yep.
That was a Pacer.
They were all little pieces of shit.
Upside down fishbowl. That's what I call it.
The only cool Gremlin I've seen is the Hemi Grammy that Motor Trend owns. It's a Gremlin on a.
Good morning, James. How are you?
Pretty good. I gotta turn my volume down and blow everything.
Yeah, you're loud.
Why isn't my volume going down? Darn it.
You could be worse. You could be really quiet.
Yeah. Let me see here.
You just move the mic further away. That's my volume down. Did someone say Pacer? Hey, Scale. Hey, Mike.
Mike, you're built like me. I don't know if we could fit in a Pacer.
Hey, Mike. How are you? Yeah, I knew as soon as somebody mentioned AMC, they're like saying Beetlejuice 3 times.
Or Mike, you're sort of built like me. I'm 6'1", though.
All right, there we go. Well,
No,
maybe
a hard car to get in and out of is a friggin' Vega, Chevy Vega.
Oof.
Well, it's smaller than an MG in height and tight as shit inside.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've never sat in one, but
I used to have one. They were kind of cool little cars.
Oh yeah, sweet little car. It's like an Opal.
Yeah. The Vega wagons I always thought were really cool.
That's what I had.
Two-door Vega wagons.
The Vega wagon. That's what I had. The two-door wagon.
Yep, those were cool.
Sport wagon or whatever that was. I can't remember what they called it anymore.
Yeah, it's when they tried to keep the station wagon alive, but people didn't want the big old boxy station wagons anymore.
I don't know if they actually made these, but I've seen one of them Vega wagons online done up like one of the Yanko cars with the big 427.
Well, that's what a lot of people did with them. They put big V8s in them because the aluminum 4 cylinders in them had a tendency to burn out.
Yeah.
More.
See, I had a Monza. I had the Monza station wagon that I put a 305 in it. That's the most you could fit in it without hacking the whole thing out.
I always had
Come on,
visions
yeah,
of
the
making mine
car
kind
and
of
cooler.
I admitted in one, but I never did. I ended up selling it to my aunt, $500. He drove it for another 3 or 4 years before it finally blew up.
The weirder the car, the cooler it is. I've always said, like SSRs and PT Cruisers. Those are always cool to me.
Oh, what the hell was the name of it? Oh, Dodge Diplomat. That was a car I had that was really cool, and it was not something you would have normally. It's kind of like was a cross between a Ford LTD and a Duster. That had the 318 in it. She had a lot of pep, but they didn't put the right kind of pinion rear end in it. I kept stripping the spider gears out.
If I remember what that is correctly, it's really just a lower trim level, or kind of lower level.
Fury.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember what it was
So
called.
what's interesting about the Dodge Diplomat in the 80s, it was one of the few Chryslers with a V8, and it was actually the fastest Chrysler or Mopar at the time.
Really?
Especially the police cars, because they kept that V8 platform for the police cars. But
Yeah.
in the 80s, they were really they were really messing up the V8s. They quit putting in 440s, and you were down to the 400s. And they sucked. But the Dodge Diplomat was more like the old vintage, the 60s 440s and all that, and they hauled ass. They were the last of the fast cars,
She was
of that
she was
era.
she was a good car for me. I put 50 Mickey Thompsons on the back of it, and as I was doing a burnout out of the tire shop, I ripped the rear end right out of the car. I had to get a wrecker. I had to get a wrecker tow me home, and it actually busted the U-bolts and everything right off the springs.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sounds like you had a good time.
Oh, that car, man. The only problem I had with the car was every time it rained, it broke down. We could never figure it out. And of course, it rained a lot up north. So I broke down.
What year was it?
I don't remember exactly. I know it was in the 80s, but I don't know if it was in 85. It's kind of hard for me to really recollect. I just remember because I was young. I was 18?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 18 when I bought it. I paid $350 for it. I painted white stripes on it. We called it the Skunk Mobile. And I'm telling you, that car was just the blazing most fun we ever had. I mean, we could be flying around the country roads and we had a lot of shit fun in that. A lot of scary moments too, but a lot of shit fun. But I just remember, had 318, and then, like I said, the only downfall, and I couldn't find one, was the rear end was out of a 6-cylinder type of car, and the spider gears in the differential would not hold up to that V8 under torque. I would blow out. I don't know how many times I was replacing the gears. One of my most memorable cars as a kid, besides the Monza, but I built the Monza. That came with a 4-cylinder in it, so it wasn't. But my square body short bed that I had back in the day, that had a 350 in it. That was a nice little powerhouse. My 75 Camaro, that had a nice 305 in it. That was a good powerhouse. and I had one other. What the hell was it?
Boston, I do too. There's actually a girl around here selling her 300, and I don't know. As many miles as it has, she's tripping on the price. But if she can come down on that price, I'd buy that 300.
What year is the 300?
Fuck, what year is it? Like it's like a 2010 maybe. Maybe it's a 13.
I just bought it 2023.
I don't remember. I know it's a 300.
They're nice cars.
I just bought it 2023 new.
Oh, no, it's an older one.
Yeah, I sold my Magnum to my sister-in-law, and got the 300.
And I only like because it's a fast car. It's not like slow by any means, but it's a big, roomy car that I'm very comfortable
old man's
with
car.
me being so tall.
Yep, it's an old man car.
Let me be in. That old man car was shit and get. She let me drive it that day.
So the V6, I think. Let me double check, but I think the V6 gets like 280 something horsepower. The Pentastar.
For a throwback to old school.
No, this has got the big Hemi in it. This is a 300.
Well,
For an
so
old
you
man
can
car,
get
that
a
old man car
300.
was shit and get.
Most 300s have the V6s. If you get the 300C or a 300S, you can get a Hemi in it. But, mine has the V6. And it gets 34 miles to the gallon on the highway. And I average 25 miles to the gallon in town. So
That's what's in my truck now is a V6, and that thing is very young. If I get something else, it's either going to be a big four-wheel drive or something fast.
I've got a big
Because
four-wheel
that truck
drive.
out there is neither. That truck out there is neither. It's not fast, and it's not a four-wheel drive.
I've got a pretty big four-wheel drive,
But
and
for
it's definitely not fast.
Yeah. But for a 2003, I got a good deal on it. It's only got, when I bought it, it had 122,000 miles on it, and it's a rust-free truck.
Yeah.
The dude that originally bought it, special ordered it as the work truck model, owned it for a few months, and then got it repossessed. The dude I got it from bought it from the bank and only used it once every summer to pull his camper to Florida. What miles are on it are from Florida and back. Otherwise, it was in his garage during the winter, and he drove this freaking Chrysler LeBaron or whatever it was during the winter.
Chrysler LeBaron.
All right, here.
Whatever the hell it was LeBaron. An ugly ass car, but shit, just for a little winter beater.
Yeah, you always want something crappy for winter beaters up north.
Especially around here, winter's bad up here. Yeah, no, this past winter made me wish I had a four-wheel drive. But I also liked not having one because every single corner they asked into that truck was sideways.
That sounds like my short bed.
Scared the fuck out of my girlfriend. Well, at the time she was. Got into the truck after school with me. I was taking her home. And there's a giant curve that goes way around. in front of our school, and the whole curb, that thing was freaking sideways, scaring the shit out of her.
At least the only good thing with my short body one that I had, it was on 31, so at least if I went into the Bankins, I could get out pretty easy. Night, Donnie.
Night.
But yeah, for an old man car, that 300 she has will shit and get.
Oh yeah.
That with me being 6'1", man, it's nice and roomy. That's the biggest thing. I'm not struggling to get in and out of it.
Yeah, it is a spacious car. That's why a lot of the African American driving down here.
Down here, it's nothing but V6 Chargers and Challengers.
Be going around on.
And I think they're V6.
What do they call them? They go around here on 27s with spinners.
There's only one dude around here with something like that. It's a 76 Caprice with big 32s on it, and it's not. It's a nice car. He owns a shop. He owns the shop up here, and he did all of it himself. And it's a pretty nice car. It's not my style, but I mean,
Yeah.
As a car guy, I can respect the work he put into it.
I've gone to the Orlando flea market when they have the. I don't remember the title of it, but they're all driving on those pie crust disc, I call them. They got to be up in the 40s and 50s. You know? And I mean, I've seen all the way from, back then, it's been a few years, but back then it was like the Camaros were just coming out and stuff, and the Magnums and all of those, and they're driving all of these into the car show, and it's just like all these cars are going down the road that sit twice as high as us, but it's all just pie crust. I'm just like, I can't help but laugh at them.
Yeah. But dude down here with his, it really is a nice car. He's got a big freaking turbo LS in it. It's a fucking nice car. It's not my style, but I can, as a car guy, I definitely respect what he put into it. It's a very nice car.
Hey, Jimmy, and anybody else who came in while I was out.
What's up, Marcy?
Same shit, different day. Not the temperature for a fucking change.
Yeah.
The rain cooled it off like 30 degrees, 35 degrees. It's like 60 now. I like it.
It's going to be 78 Saturday when we go up to St. Joe Park, go riding for my birthday.
I wish the rain had cooled it off here, but it didn't. All it did was make it muggier and nastier. Because when Debbie,
as long as it stays cool and the air keeps moving, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But once that air stops moving, the mug will go straight up.
Yeah.
We still got at least a lot of the winds from Debbie, so
that's what's causing this whole mess everywhere.
Yeah.
I told the football team to stay away from that blonde bimbo, but they didn't listen.
There was a lot.
I have to ask, did she do Dallas again?
Did she? I don't know.
I haven't looked at the weather report, so I don't know.
I haven't either, so I saw it. I saw the same thing on.
I just heard that they called the storm Debbie, and my brain just went 74.
A lot of people did it. Everybody was posting all kinds of stuff on Facebook down here. My friend,
I've been busy, so I haven't really looked at the socials except for a couple of oddball posts, and yeah. But yeah, we're supposed to get 70s all week after this washing. Humidity is 83%, but like I said, with the breeze right now, it doesn't feel bad. It's like 68 out there.
Hey, Bob,
Let's
what
see.
you working on?
It's
What?
9.
I am trying to get the gauge decals on the 65 goat.
Oh, okay.
And 68 for all you folks on the other side, if anybody's listening, is 20.
Are they just
So
not
you
sticking
complaining
well?
it's cold.
It's 9:15 here, and it's 86 degrees out.
You can keep that 80 shit.
We had a cold
here
front
when
come
it's
through here
in
today. Then it's down to 71 now. It was like 93 this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
Right
wait.
before the rain, it was Hades temperature.
This is the last month. I get through this month. September it'll start cooling down, and then fall will come in, and I'll be happy. And I might actually be able to get some work done. Humidity's been way too high to do quite a few different things.
Yeah, it's been a crappy season if you don't have a controlled environment.
Yeah, and I don't.
I'll
Not
be
yet.
so glad when I move out of here. I'll have a controlled environment again. That's, if anybody that's on my Facebook is curious what the last few vague book posts were. Got approved for the place, just have to wait, get the keys.
You have a green screen, Mr. Darby?
I'm using Manicam. Am I on mute? No, I'm using Manicam, and I can put different pictures from my backgrounds. We were talking about the Chrysler 300, and I was just showing them my new one.
Right. Yeah, no, I saw it when you walked away, and then I see you up, and I'm just like, oh, I wonder if you got a green
Yeah, the background, that's green screen. That's what that's called.
Oh, I just call it a fucking
Background. Yeah, that's what most people call it, but they call it green screen.
Right.
It's
No,
actually really nice if you don't want to show the room behind you.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting one here.
Yeah.
If you back up an extra foot, then you can display it.
You know, because of all this stuff here.
No, I like zooming on what people have behind them.
Well, it looks like chaos to me.
Yeah, if your stash is behind you, I'm gonna zoom in on what you got.
Nah, that's in front of me. I was like, I go, oh, whoa.
Yeah, that's how mine is. Current situation in front of me.
Let's see, we'll start.
You zoom in.
It starts over there. Oh man, what's going on? There's a little bit
Let me
there.
see. Any OBS Chevys.
Goes around over to the other side. OBS. I only have a couple Chevys.
I'm in love with that body style of the Chevy truck, the 90s bodies.
The 90s. No. I had the Deserter. And I have one other one, a step side somewhere. I don't know where it went. That's the one model as far as when it comes to Chevy trucks around here, I can't find them. People buy them up.
The only reason I got a couple of them newer 90s bodies, they just re-released the dually and the sports truck, was out of nowhere. My Walmart just showed up with models one day.
Yeah, I wish my Walmart would.
Never had it.
None of mine down here. I've gone to 7 different Walmarts in at least a 30-mile or 40-mile range, and I have not found anybody selling models.
Well, there's 2 of them around me. One's 20 minutes away, and they don't have them. And then the one 35, 40 minutes away has them. So
I think they do it on. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but somebody was saying that usually if you got the hobby stores around you that are selling them, those are the Walmarts they picked. I have 0 hobby stores left that sell model kits.
That might be it then.
You know what? That
because
Walmart
I
that
got
has
hobby
them is
stores
right
all over.
next to a Hobby Lobby.
But that's
Yeah.
a craft store. That's not considered a mom
Yeah,
and
it's
pop
not
hobby
considered
store.
a hobby.
That is
Yeah,
a chain craft store like Joann
Right.
Fabrics or Michael's.
yeah.
But
And I mean,
he said that. I was like, you
Joann
know, that one is
Fabrics
right
and
next to that.
Michael's is actually supposed to be getting rid of the model stuff. And Joann Fabrics doesn't have very much, and they always have some ones. And that was
Yeah.
how it was for Michael's too, so it really didn't matter. And then we
Yeah.
have Ollie's. We got Ollie's all over the place out here too.
I won't buy. I don't even go to Walmart, let alone buy a model car at Walmart because
I have no reason to go there either. It's further
Well-
away than the place I work, and every other shop, every other store for their prices are right where I'm at.
well, so a lot of people
Yeah.
don't realize, but Walmart is one of the major reasons the model car industry kind of crashed and sold to overseas companies.
No, they're not. They were
I
sold.
wouldn't know.
They were sold to overseas for decades before Walmart ever existed.
Because
They're
I miss.
contributing to it by
Well, when you
selling
sell a model,
models, and a lot of them only sell models during the holiday season or don't sell them at all.
well,
They have
there was
other problems. The Walton family has other problems.
there was a time, I would say like around 20 years ago or a little bit less than that, your hobby shops would sell model kits for $15 a piece. Walmart would sell the same kits but in boxes that was gold and white checkered for $5 a piece. And
Now,
when
that
they
wasn't
did
that long
that,
ago. It's been less than that.
yeah, when they did that, it helped to put a lot of the hobby shops out of business because they couldn't sell their model cars, because why spend 15 in tax when you can spend
Didn't
5 in
affect us
tax?
here at all, shop wise.
Yeah. And so then when the hobby shops closed and the only place you can get
Quality of people
models
that
was
go in our
Walmart,
don't have the
Walmart
skills
quit
to
carrying model car kits because it didn't fit into their supply chain plan. And
Right.
so then suddenly you have companies like AMT who can't sell a model car because Walmart's not ordering them anymore, and the hobby shops are out of business. AMT starts, going, oh crap, what are we going to do? And they go out of business. But
not at all. They get picked up by another business and get resurrected. Everybody, round two has picked everybody up, and a lot of the model companies folded or were sold to others along the way, long before any of this.
But yeah,
It's ever changing, and it's not going anywhere.
I
It's getting more expensive, but it's not going anywhere.
Why does my phone keep doing that?
I just hope
Probably
they start
overheating.
putting out all new kits instead of rehashed repops. And then the new tooling is actually only a different set of decals.
Well, it's expensive to do the actual re-engraving of the molds. It would be better for them to create new molds. But if they can pop the old ones and it's affordable, I'm okay with that.
Well, the other thing is machinery is upgraded for most companies on top of that. The molds for their stuff don't fit in that machinery.
Into the new machines, right.
I don't
so
know.
They can only go so far with the toolings, too.
Right.
$32 for a kit that was designed in the 70s to me isn't a good deal.
No, not at all.
No.
Especially
not at all.
if most of the kits they just released, I've got 3 or 4 different versions of them throughout the years in my stash. And so I've dramatically quit buying models because I already have them.
Yeah.
It's just a different box.
I don't buy a kit unless I get it for like $20 or less. And then the $20 is if it's just a rare kit. But most of the time I'm waiting to see places that did put them on sale, or I'll give $15 for a kit because it is the time and the age,
Yeah.
because I know.
My
Yeah.
habit is lying to myself.
Shit, I'd
and
love to pay
saying, I'm not
$15
buying
for
any
a
more
kit.
kits, and then I buy more kits.
I tell that lie to
Yeah.
myself all the time.
I just did the same thing. I didn't need any more kits, but when I was at Michael's, it was 2 of them for 15 on clearance, 15 each.
Yeah.
And I already had one, the Pro Street, the 67 Chevelle, but for $15, yeah.
That's a good
Parts
kit.
kit, yeah.
$15. That's a parts kit.
And
Yeah.
the other one
So
was the 5-window coupe. I don't even think I got one of those, which was cool.
I've got like 4 of those. I think I paid about $12 a piece for them.
Yeah.
that's why people like to ask me if I have a part for a certain kit, because I'll have a bunch of the same kit that I parted out for certain things.
For something
And
else,
then,
yeah.
like if someone needs a windshield,
Yep.
Right.
I've got a dozen windshields. Yeah, here, you want the windshield?
Here, have a couple, yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, most of the time I just send them for free. If you feel guilty, I think I've sent Bob some stuff at one
Yeah,
time.
you pay for the stamp,
Yeah.
In fact, I think I sent Bob a
That's
rare,
always-
a rare
wheels.
grill.
The Roadrunner wheels.
Yeah, and didn't I send you a grill for a '69 Johan kit?
I agree with that, Boston. There are a lot of cool cars that they should be, and we shouldn't be having to look at like Alfa Romeo.
Well,
is that the company? Does that got the right name? That
Well,
does all
yeah,
the resin cars.
It's Romero. Yeah, you pronounced it right.
Yeah.
But what's really cool is
Yeah, something like that.
These resin casters are coming down on their prices.
Oh, look at the Fiero.
Got the Roadrunner wheels on it.
Oh,
That's a beautiful car.
Yeah.
A friend of mine had one of those.
That's what I liked about finding those OBSs, the sport truck and the dually at the Walmart. I think I paid $20 for the sport cab, and I think the dually was like $23. Went online; those are $30, $40 kits for some goddamn reason. I ended up getting 2 sport cabs and the dually.
I went into Hobby Lobby the other day and I saw a kit that was marked $46.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't know what car kit it was.
Yep.
And I'm just like, really, guys? And it's just
they have a 65% markup, so that when they do their fake ass 40% off sale, they're still making the MSRP profit.
Right.
Well,
and idiots go in there and spend their money and then buy other shit.
Yeah.
That's how they suck you in.
I know, and that's just it. If people stop buying the kits at the original price,
if they stop buying them from that place entirely, they'll stop selling them.
I got no choice.
Yeah.
It's the only place around here that sells kits.
You got all kinds of choices. You have the world at your fucking fingertips. Quit giving them money.
There's shipping involved. Add the shipping in. If I pay $20 for a kit and then I got to pay $10 or $12 to have it shipped to me, I just paid $30-something for the kit. And like I said, I will if it is a desired kit and an antique kit that I need. But if I go to Hobby Lobby and I'm buying the same kit,
I'm talking about the community. Most of us have thousands of these fucking things laying around.
Hey, are you talking about me?
Most people don't want to get rid of their stash.
Thousands of kits laying around?
Yes.
That's kind of where I'm at right now.
What I really think is cool is a lot of your 3D resin guys.
Boston life is full of carcinogens.
They're coming down drastically on their prices. And so now you can, of course it takes them a while to send it to you because when you order it, then they print it. But you can get a kit that you haven't seen anywhere, and it's a full kit, motor, chassis, all that stuff. And if you don't mind spending the time working on a 3D printed resin kit, you can has some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's why I have
I like
the tools I have.
Yeah, I
So
have
that
my
I
own
can-
printer.
There's one on
so
mine
it-
on
Well, I'm not going to get
there's
into
one on
3D printing.
Evil Bay.
I said that too, but 6 years ago I started collecting files, and
Yeah.
3 years ago I bought my printers.
I just
I
bought
have-
a
Yeah.
I just bought another file of a model that nobody makes, and it's a 55 Chevy truck, but it's like a Jimmy.
Yeah.
No roof. It's like
Ooh.
the Scout.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'll be printing that out soon. See how good he did with his files.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like I
Yeah.
said.
I haven't printed any car bodies yet.
I've already printed. I got two here. The Chevy square body from Black Box.
Mm.
That
Black Box has some nice stuff.
yeah, that drag.
Oh, yeah.
That drift truck.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. He's got a Volkswagen Beetle on there too. That looks really
Right
good.
here.
Hey, Boston, just wear a respirator when you're sanding it, and don't keep
And
your
Yeah.
time
make
on it, just
sure
like
that
doing
you're
plastic.
and have a wet towel underneath your work surface to collect up all of the stuff.
Yeah, and even like you're wet sanding it to make it smooth it out, you can actually put it in water and do it in the water.
Actually,
Yeah,
This came
don't
out-
do what I did for a long time. I didn't realize that stuff was very toxic.
Oh yeah,
honestly, my print came out good enough that I think I can throw primer on this. And I
Probably get
might
away
have
with
to
not
do
doing anything to it.
Right. I might have to do a wet sand to the primer, but that's it. I mean, I have no print lines in my print.
Nice.
So there's nothing that I have to hide, and there's no blemishes, and all the supports are put in the right area. That's the only thing. I did have to sand the
I know
roof
Lewis
inside.
printed that out too, and he had a very good. It looked really good too.
Here's Jimmy's body if he ever gets around to getting it. So the
What?
2008 Firebird.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
Sweet.
Well, if you go to the show in September, I'll just bring it along. And
That's one show I really do want to go to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make Acme. I really want to, but I don't know if I'll be able to or not.
I'll be there.
Cool if you did, because I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Boston, this is a Flintstone body, and it took minimal cleanup. Like all this
Yeah.
flash just come out with an X-Acto knife
Right.
with a
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
God,
Well-
little trimming on the inside because it's thicker than the styrene to get the plastic chassis to go up into it.
that's
So
not fun.
But the
What-
only difference is with a 3D printed resin and that resin, I don't think they're the same.
No, they're not. Cast resin is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
what
It's
Jimmy
actually easier
Flintstone
to
does,
damage.
what Jimmy Flintstone does is he 3D prints his masters,
Right, the plug.
and then he regular casts that master. So
Right.
it's,
Yeah.
you know,
And I'm sure
That's-
he's using vac form machines too to
Yeah.
get all the air pockets and everything out.
Oh,
So,
I have yet to have a bad Jimmy Flintstone kit.
I've been buying resin
One of-
from that man for years.
Well,
One
that's
of his
okay.
bodies that I'm interested in is he has an SSR sedan delivery body that looks really good.
because I looked at doing the casting resin, but I mean, to buy all the materials, I mean, I could
It's
borrow
a lot
some.
of time, a lot of money, and it's
Yeah.
actually much more toxic than the standard 3D stuff
Yeah.
we're working with right now.
I have a lot of friends who were into 3D printing that died from cancer because of the casting and the resin processes. So
If they were stupid enough to have it running constantly with improper environment,
yeah. Well, I think back then most of them didn't realize the toxicity of it. I guess I don't know, but
when they read the directions, they should have read how dangerous it was at the same point. So, I'm
of the attitude anything foreign you put into your lungs is not good for you.
no, it isn't.
That's just my thoughts.
Like my
No,
plastic
that
dildo.
is
Fucking
straight up. That's it.
Well, we breathe our wife's perfume.
I
That's
wish I was
toxic.
still breathing my wife's perfume.
That's toxic too.
It sucks
Cologne,
not
not
having her
necessarily the
around.
woman.
I just,
Toxic
you know, I've been around so many jobs that I've had with heavy toxin chemicals and everything else, and I've been through the asbestos. I've done all these jobs, and it's exactly like Marcy said. If you at least take your precautions, you really don't have anything to worry about.
You know, and
Yeah.
life is full of carcinogens. Unless they can
We eat more,
distinctly say that what they were doing with the resin caused their cancer, I wouldn't believe it did.
right? I mean, think about it. We eat more
We eat junk.
cancer chemicals than anything.
Everybody's spraying chemicals on the ground because they're so afraid of the fucking dandelions and the bugs. You don't realize how necessary they are. Okay, my school had lead paint on the walls and had asbestos in the building. We drank from the hose. We're all still here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. We had a joke the other day about all that stuff. We were talking about all kinds of stuff that like I did in my kids and when I was their age, and I laugh at you guys now because mommy's got to protect you from everything, and I'm like, I climbed
Wait a minute,
sorry,
what the
you
hell's
don't-
wrong
you
from
don't-
drinking out of a hose?
right. Well, it's
And-
because you really shouldn't be drinking right away. You need to let the
It's
water run
what the
through
hose
the
is
hose.
made of.
Yeah, it's what the hose is made out of. You gotta let it run through for a bit to kind of knock off. But
No
shit,
different than turning on the faucet inside the house, though.
yeah. I mean, I turn my water on and it comes through a plant, you know, that's supposed to take everything out of it, and it smells like fish, you know. So it's like,
That just means you've
So-
probably got a sulfur well.
How many of us has swallowed gasoline trying to siphon gasoline?
oh,
No more than
many,
once.
many
I know
times.
what
Come
gas
on,
tastes
man.
like. I know what
Am
gas
I that old that no one else has
No,
done
you're
that shit?
not.
You
The
ain't lived
18-year-old
You
sitting
just
here
got to
knows
chase
what
that with a
tastes
little
like.
apple pie, don't
right.
Jim?
You ain't lived if you
Pie.
ain't sucked down some gasoline.
Who's talking about apple pie?
Bob is talking about apple pie. 'Cause Bob knows what apple pie is.
You guys
I just
Ooh,
made
yeah.
I just made a batch of the makings for apple pie, but
Apple
I
pie
think I'm gonna
sounds
make some
really
blueberry
fucking good
pie.
right now. The pie and the drink.
I got a bunch of frozen blackberries that I got from my
Yes,
neighbor. I'm
and,
thinking
yep.
about doing some
Carb cleaner in
blackberry.
the eye, carb cleaner up the nose. How many times have I sprayed a jet out of a carburetor and just get it all backed in your face?
I got WD-40 in my eye once, greasing up a bicycle chain for one of my kids. The can has been sitting around a while, and I hit the nozzle right when the wind blew, and it like took off like a jet. And I
Hey,
turned my
Edward.
head, but it still caught me in the corner of the eye.
Well,
Sounds
how
like-
many of well,
Hey, Edward.
one
Being a guy that
probably
works
can't
on
relate
stuff,
to this. But how many times have you gotten something on your hands and not thought about it, and then you had to relieve yourself, so you forgot it was on your hands?
So glad I never had that problem.
And forgive me for saying this, but you touch yourself and then you regret it
You
instantly.
got to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I worked in
Yeah,
kitchens way
let's
too
just
long.
say I
and had
didn't realize
pepper,
I had itchweed on
had
my
pepper
hands.
on my hands. That you don't do that.
Yeah.
Well,
You
you're
learn
not
real
supposed
quick.
to
Didn't
do
really-
that, but you don't think about it till it's too late.
Too late.
I learned that cutting up some jalapenos.
Those aren't even hot.
It's one of those things you learn the first time around, and you don't do it again.
Yep, you never do it again. You only got to learn once.
I'm not that bright.
Yeah. We get
I
a lot
can't
of
tell you how many
itchweed.
times I went, woo.
We get a lot of itchweed around here, and yeah.
He's trying
Yeah,
to wash his hair with lacquer thinner.
What?
How about do any of you remember overfilling your Zippo and putting it in your pocket and things start to burn
Especially if you
because
flick it.
the fluid's leaking through your
I
your
kept
pocket?
mine in my back pocket, and I had a Zippo-shaped mark on my butt.
That
It's like all the guys had the round skull mark on their jeans back pocket.
Yeah, I got a butane lighter.
I got a USB electric one. Shoots out a little arc.
Mine, I got at a flea market. It's an old school butane Dale Earnhardt lighter.
I don't use it anymore, but that's what I've got.
Yeah, that is another problem, Edward. They don't properly evaporate things off, and yeah.
oh, this is a mess.
It's up here.
I had a girlfriend convinced I was going to die one day.
You know, it's funny that you say that, Edward, because I tried so hard. I left my resin alcohol outdoors in the sun for 2 weeks, and do you know that stuff did not harden up at all?
It
got a
doesn't.
little-
It just settles in the bottom.
Yeah, it settled in the bottom. It was a little gooey, and that was it. And I'm
And
like,
the alcohol will eventually dry up if you leave it long enough.
well, I was
Leave it
trying to recoup my alcohol.
No, you have to actually let it evap.
Yeah,
Or
I did that.
strain it through paper like 3 or 4 times to get all the pieces out and any debris you can get out. And then put it in a sealed container and sit it out in the sun for a couple of hours. And that should reclaim enough of it that you can just add some fresh to it and go with it.
Right.
Or you can use water wash resin.
The real question is how long do you have to sit in gel before the alcohol dissipates?
Don't know, never timed it.
Yeah,
I don't have that kind of time on my hands, homie. Otherwise, I would.
Well,
but the
there was a time when I was not very bright and liked to do all kinds of stupid shit. And I've spent a few nights in jail waiting for the alcohol to dissipate.
I always managed to make it home.
I tried.
I did some things, but I got home.
I've tried the water soluble resin, and I think I'm still using water soluble. But what I don't like is, even though no matter how good I wash it, when you cure it, it's got a white residue.
Well, I take mine and I give it a good washing in, room temperature water, and then I give it a quick dip in alcohol, and then a quick dip in a bucket of clean water, and I don't get a lot of the residual residue.
All right. I might retry it because I can set up. I have 2 cleaning stations, and I can set
That's
one
the
up.
thing. Don't use your cleaning station for the primary clean, and just use a bucket.
Right.
One of them
Because
you get from Home Depot.
I use Sunloo's ABS water washable, and I just started trying Elegoo's because it was on sale over the Sunloo, because Sunloo's a little more expensive.
Yeah.
But
Well, my machines are all Anycubic, at least the ones that I'm using right now. So I just get whatever deal I can get from them.
yeah.
And I don't run a lot of stuff. Like I said, I haven't had the ability to keep the environment controlled enough. It's been too hot this year.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been printing anything either, because it's been.
I printed a few things. I printed this really cool looking flower pot. It's a tree stump with a face on it from my Loot subscription. And that was the last thing I printed. And I got some, prior to that, I had some really super tiny roses that I got from some other region site. I don't remember. I had to go back and buy them.
I printed some tables for my diorama, the workbench tables, and no matter which way I orientated it, it always happened on the same opposite sides. So I know it's not the slicing, but it would actually, one side of the table would bow. It looks like it's bowed, and I think it's just,
you don't have enough support.
huh?
Not enough support.
No, plenty of support. Like I said, I turned it, basically, like I had to go down.
Speed?
Yeah, because I'm playing with the Elegoo stuff, so I've had to do a few things to learn.
Sometimes if you slow down the print, that helps too.
Oh yeah, you have to really slow down with Elegoos. Elegoos like the Sunlu I can run at what was it running at? I think 1.9, and this here I got to run at 3.5 or 4.0. It don't even like to. It don't even make anything at 1.9. Not even supports. That's why too. I use two different alcohols. Even though I'm doing the water soluble, I'll use 70% to do the initial clean, and then I use the 90% to do the finish clean, so that I'm getting the best when I go to cure it in the curing station. And I always dry out my stuff too, because I found that if you don't dry it out, you'll end up with like glossy spots in certain
Oh
areas.
yeah, you have to let it dry overnight and make sure it's completely dry before you cure it. Boston, I do the same thing. Faucet water is very, very bad for paint. Distilled water is the only way to go. Hell, I don't even drink the water straight out the faucet. I put it in a filter container.
Yeah.
And
All my
our water is actually decent, but
all
I
my
still filter it.
yeah, all my stuff goes through water or boil it. I mean, you can smell the chlorine in mine. Hey Ted, garage and guitars.
Hey Ted,
Oh, Ted.
where's Mander? She don't come see me no more. She has been alive in ages.
All right, I'm gonna step away for a second.
Okay.
Turn him back. Ooh, what's he got behind? Let's see, zoom in.
He's got all kinds of cool stuff.
Looks like a bunch of little blurs to me. Oh, I'm sitting here. Any deals on Evil Bay?
Close the screen.
Oh, opened it right up to the Ollie's Nomad for $30. Well, ain't you just the son of a bitch?
People are stupid. They'll pay for it.
Yep. Love how he left the Ollie's sticker on it and he just marked it over with a Sharpie.
Yeah, I saw one of those that Firebird the other day was on there for like $39 plus $15 shipping, and it still had
That's
the
an ugly
Ollie's,
fucking kit.
and it still had the Ollie's tag on the box.
Yeah. I love that you're a Firebird, but that damn like wide body kind of looking kit that's on it, I don't like it.
I kind of liked it. It looked pretty good when I got done with it. Yep, I got another one. I'm going to build another one here eventually.
It looked pretty good as like a pro touring custom style, I guess, but I don't know. I can't get behind that damn wide body on it.
Well,
It didn't have the wide body.
hood. I'm going to find a different hood for the next one. Other than that, it turned out real good.
What?
Really sure. I can tell my mom made this tea. It's like shit.
Let's throw some sugar in it.
My mom does not like really sweet tea, and me and my brother are the opposite.
It depends. If it's a hot summer day, a good old school sweet tea is really nice. Or a homemade lemonade.
Yeah.
Or take your sweet tea and your lemonade and mix them together 50-50.
Oh yeah,
Arnold
Palmer. Yep. Yeah, I love that body style.
The only thing I didn't like was the
Trans Am.
hood. And they made a version of this kit that had the shaker hood on it. I'm trying to find one of those.
The only thing I don't like about that car is that stupid crap sticking out the back.
That
You
wing,
don't have to
yeah.
put that on if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's
Just
the
have a
only
car.
thing I'd leave that off. That just I see people with that shit on their cars driving around town. It's like, man, didn't your mama buy you an erector set when you were little?
What do you mean? Whale tail is the best thing in the world.
Yeah, there's the.
So that's the whale.
I do like the motor in that kit. I think I've actually already stole the motor out of that kit.
The one I didn't use, I changed out the different wheels.
Yeah, I like those wheels.
Yeah, that's a separate piece that wheel
Yeah.
won't put it on.
I wouldn't put that stuff on the back, and it would be perfect just the way it is. Otherwise, I've never been a fan of the whatever the hell you want to call that.
It's got the lake pipes with the collectors and all that.
They got a wide body kit on it.
Yeah.
Molded wide body kit. Okay.
That's the only reason I can't get. I don't know. I don't like the white body.
Yeah, and that's what threw me off when I was looking at it. I was like, man, I've never seen a Camaro Firebird or Trans Am that had that kind of front end.
This was originally sold as the Sweat Hogs car, John Travolta's car.
Oh,
Vinny Barbarino. That was his name. Vinny Barbarino's car.
that explains it.
I mean, I guess really low as like a pro touring car would look good, but I'd have to do something else with the hood and that freaking wing.
And they brought it out later without the bumped up hood with a shaker on it. And then they did it in silver with different decals later on. And this was the last version they brought out with head. I didn't like the graphics on it for the decals. I didn't even use them.
Did that come in orange plastic too?
No, it was white.
Okay.
Yeah, the newer one from Ollie's is molded white.
Oh, I didn't buy that one. I did see that. I think it was the same thing because it doesn't speak to me when I look at it as something I want sitting on my shelf.
Well, I bought two of them because I wanted to buy for parts. And I tried what the hell, I'll build one and see how it turned out. And I was happy with what turned out. So
I think Amanda might have grabbed Ted's phone.
I
Oh, is
remember.
that where all the letters came from?
Amanda. That kit my buddy had bought and opened it up and was going to build it. And the more he looked at it, the more he didn't like it. So he just gave it to me. And I don't like it either. I've stolen the motor and the side pipes out of it though. Got a pretty nice motor and a pretty nice set of side pipes.
Hey, at least it's useful.
Used for something.
Yeah, so I bought it for parts. And I said,
Junkyard
"You gotta build it," and I was happy with it. So
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of trying to get that mentality. Every kit has its purpose, whether you build it or don't build it.
Like the 67 Chevelle. I've used that kit more times for parts than I've built it.
I bought
And
it.
when I built it, I put it on a 4-wheel drive frame.
I don't
Like a
like
big-
I don't like the hood scoop on that kit. That's what threw me from never buying it.
You can always change that.
Bless you.
Well, the
It's a
hood's
separate part, so
solid.
you
You have to
put
cut
it
the
on there.
hood for that scoop.
Yeah, you don't have to put it on there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I ain't putting it on there. I'll make my own if I need a hood scoop.
Yeah, make a cow hood or
You do
something.
like Fred did, and he put an outlaw hood on it.
Yeah.
Cow induction.
Right. I think that would be a much more fitting. I do remember that hood scoop as a kid. I mean, that's what everybody threw on. I had one on my truck for a little while.
Yeah, they were fiberglass, and you just pop
Yeah,
riveted
you
on
just
the
you
hood.
just screwed it down, pot riveted, and put some Bondo on it, and call it a day.
Bondo. You didn't even paint it. Get on black fiberglass. You just Bondo it on. You just
Sealed
pop
it up.
riveted on. Yeah, here it is right here.
Yeah,
Here, I'll show you the only 67 Chevelle I've ever built.
it cost
Turn the
you.
light on.
So let me find where to put my here.
Turn my flashlight on. So you know. Yeah, that's the only one of them I've ever built.
Uh-huh.
It's got a big Cummins motor.
I was gonna say, how you only got one pipe?
It's a Cummins. Getting come in. It's getting came in. But yeah, that's the only one of those I've ever built.
Dually four-wheel drive Cummins.
67 Chevelle. With the damn moose antler mirrors on it.
I gotta find me the Chevette kit because
I've done
I
quite a
got-
few kits.
I'm
I've
gonna
done
build
too many. I'm running out of space. I've done too many.
Hey, at least you've got
There you
it.
go.
I've only got
I have to put mine back in their boxes.
actually no. I've only got 2 completed models in my house.
I have lots. They're just living in
You gotta
boxes.
find a home for this one. This is actually a scoop from a P38 Lightning. It's all got the raised rivets and everything on it. Come on, Cameron, you can do it.
Oh shit, what did I do? Oh, you motherfucker, what did I do?
But yeah, I'm gonna find a home for this one day.
Oh,
Been hiking
tab
on this sucker for probably 5 or 6 years.
Pro
The
Street.
vehicle that needs it will show up one day.
Yeah.
Check it. Check to see if it looks good on the Pro Street Nova.
It'll speak to you one of these days.
Because that's another ugly hood scoop.
I steal the one off the First Street Nova. I've used it on my Firebirds all the time.
The Pro Street Nova hood scoop, I don't mind, but it looks more like a turbo scoop.
Nah, it's kind of a pro mod.
It looks like a turbo motor scoop.
It reminds me of that actor that used to always say, "Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha." The big nose.
Jimmy
I thought that was
Durante.
the cartoon Speed Buggy.
That's
Yeah,
Jimmy
thanks,
Durante.
Jimmy White.
Jimmy Durante.
When I see it, that's the first thing that comes to my head every time is his face.
Boston, that was my Street Machine group build, that damn Chevelle. Jason left it open to 4-wheel drives this year, and that was his mistake. So I did a
Interesting.
diesel freaking dually Chevelle. Which I will also say, the dually rims from that new 90s body Chevy fit perfectly in the tires from the big game GMC kit.
Here's the 66 Nova scoops.
Ooh. Yeah, I like
I like that. That works.
Yeah, it works on there.
It's not a bad looking scoop. I don't mind
I
it.
think it's because it flows better with the body lines versus the square.
Yeah,
It's
because it's kind of got that hump in it.
Got a curve to it. Yeah.
right.
Because this one,
On the Nova, it's like I said, it just looks like
Night Ted.
a big old nose.
All right, Night Ted or Amanda.
this kit, it was missing one on the kit, so I used the Nova one in there. But I did it on purpose on this one.
Yeah, it looks good. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Where's my remote?
I'm going to give her about 15 more minutes, and then I'm going to call it. It's been a long day for me.
Ooh, Walker Texas Ranger's on.
What station wagon's that?
You ready?
No.
Cool.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Mustang.
Yeah, that I need to start. I've had this for years, and I keep saying I want to build it. I want to build it. This is a resin from Morgan Automotive Detail. And
I'll build it for you.
Chris is one of my buds, but yeah, I want to build this
lot
for
of
Acme
nice
because it's pickups and Mustangs. So
Yeah, I was going to say that would be a cool one to have on the table at Acme.
yeah,
It'd be a different kind of.
now that there is at least one lady on the thing, what color do you think this Mustang should be? Because I kind of want to stick with a more effeminate color.
Barbie girl
Well,
pink.
you're asking the wrong person.
Barbie girl pink.
Barbie girl pink with white
Oh.
interior.
Lime green.
I've got Playboy pink.
They had like a caramel brown back then that was really nice on the Fords. Kind of a caramel color.
Ford shit brown. I don't like Ford, so I'm gonna keep giving you stupid colors.
So
Boston says mint green or cream.
well, here's what I was thinking
no,
about.
lime green.
So
Lime green.
so I'm thinking of this green
Yeah, I think I got that one too.
Yeah.
as the main color, and
Okay.
then I was going to do the stripes, stripe it with. So this is a yellow with a green color shift, and this is green with a yellow color shift.
Right.
So if
No.
I do this as a base coat
That might be cool.
and
yeah.
then do the stripes with this,
And do
it
that
will-
real light so they're just like a ghost stripe.
yeah, like a
Yeah,
ghost,
yeah.
and then clear the living shit out of it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Pappy
Yeah.
Red.
white Steino res took the crap on me. Well, I don't know. It seems okay. Last time I tried to use this stuff, it didn't do very well.
It
It
looked
has
good
to
like that
pour
90s.
from- Is that Steino Res primer?
Yeah, I love
It
Steino
has
res.
to cure for a minimum in perfect conditions of 24 hours.
Oh,
And
You
make
know, I
sure
hate-
you're spraying it according to what it says on the bottle. I forget.
I
what it
hate to
says.
say this, you know,
I don't have any trouble with it.
but more than likely I will spray this stuff, and by the time I get back to it, it'll be like weeks and weeks and weeks. But I can't afford to do that, man. I gotta
Yeah.
Not if you want to have it ready.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I
In
got
that
me a little
case, we go with Mr.
I got
Search
the-
and Search.
I got an AMT model Mustang model box here to
Cool.
put in the back.
There you go.
Yeah,
It looked good.
Yep. So you got what, 4, 8,
I
9,
lost
10,
it.
about 11 weeks. Got just short of 3 months.
and so this thing is so
For Acme?
smooth.
Yeah. The end of October.
Yeah, so hopefully before this weekend comes, I'll have this primed and everything because everything's smooth on it. I basically just gotta, roughen it up. This is one of the. He always does really good resin, and there's not a bump on it. So
It
I'll
looked
probably-
good that 90s kind of F-150 turquoise. Maybe do like the white two-tone down the side where that body line is.
That's what 59.
You probably got that color too.
I probably do. I don't know what.
I think the green and yellow would be something that would stand out on the table. That's
Yeah, and
That's yeah. Well, so would
so
Barbie
this
pink.
year I want to light everything up with a turntable because, they miss my paint jobs because they just look solid.
Well,
'Cause
the lighting
lighting
is
sucks.
horrible in the places.
Yeah.
'cause it's
Ooh,
usually
black
standard
cherry.
overhead lighting.
it's better in the new place than it was in the older one. But yeah, a
Oh
couple
yeah,
of those LED lights would do you worlds of good, especially doing the color shift paint. I'm gonna get a couple of the turntables and those LED lights for mine too.
Do you have this color?
What was that?
I like that. Oh, I like that. I'm a wagon guy. I love wagons.
Yeah, the aqua
Weird.
flood turquoise, brilliant. It's the same company. I have the same colors.
I might just go ahead and mix some of this up and do a spoon or two and see how
Yeah.
it looks.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Man, that's a model they need to come out with. There's an old Buick Roadmaster.
This one here.
Buick
Yeah.
Roadmaster would look good.
What's the name of that color?
It says aqua flash turquoise. 51
All right, you ready?
5190.
Well,
I wish I had a better light. Where's my cell phone? That's what that is.
That's this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to go on a Buick Riviera.
I've had no luck spraying these yet, but I have a bunch of them.
Yeah, I think that I stopped because I got a little too heavy and it's a little janky on the nose of this hood, so I got to work on it. Yeah, but that's that aqua color. Of course, that's not clear coated yet. That's just the
Right, that's just the paint.
yeah, and it's really rough. It's got a lot of flake in it, so I had issues. I had to switch to a number 7 brush.
Maybe that's why I never got this stuff to work.
Yeah.
You gotta have the right needle and the right PSI.
So I like the Iwata,
Yeah,
but it's a $300 airbrush.
I got Iwatas, but I don't have one that does a 7. Mine was only a 5, but now I have the Swallowtail.
I wanna suck your blood.
So I bought a 7. That it's just a
Yeah.
7. But you know, flake is just a pain in the butt. Your average airbrush is like a 3.5 or something, and people try to run a flake through it, and it just clogs up like crazy.
It doesn't
I got a
work.
video where I was trying to use an airbrush that was a 3.
And if you
and
want, and you know what? On the
Jam.
side of the bottle of paint, it does tell you that. It tells you the specific needle size to use and the PSI right on the bottle.
On what bottle?
On most paints.
Well, yeah, but so the paint we're talking about isn't meant for airbrushing at all.
No, these are craft paints.
Yeah, these are craft acrylics.
Treat them the same way.
And so you know,
the heavier the pigment or the heavier the flake, the bigger the needle, the same PSI.
Now
dilute it with unicorn tears, and you can't go wrong.
Now, if you use a craft acrylic with just a that's not color shift but metallic, you can get away with a number 5.
I wouldn't risk it
because the flake is a lot smaller, but the color shift, they got a lot bigger flake in there, so they can have colorized flaking in it. So it gets to be a pain in the ass, but man, it's worth it.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try one of mine out future.
Well, it works good.
Prime yourself up some spoons and mix your colors and see what you like.
Yeah, I remember I was just one of my happy accidents was when I first tried to do the craft acrylic. I'd put it on one of those, what is it, 68 or 69 Chevelles? And I painted it pink. And the second to the last issue of Scale Auto for the Acme show, it took up 2 pages. So that was pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah. And that I actually used like a 3.5 needle. I didn't use a 5, but that wasn't a color shift. It was just a light metallic. And man, that was probably one of the best paint jobs I've ever done. Everything went right for me on that one. Amazing. Because most of the time, something always screws up.
Yeah,
that's
what I said. I don't know if I'll get my build finished for Acme because I keep hitting another roadblock, just because I'm doing too much. Now I'm having to modify the dash because I opened the doors and I forgot the dash is attached to the inside door panels. So you know, it's like now you're trying to find a way, right? So you got to find a way to mount it in there and then hide the lines so that it looks right when the doors are open. You know, so it's like great. But 3 months, I don't know. We'll see.
So, what are you using to thin your craft acrylic?
I was using. Go ahead, Marcy.
Unicorn tears.
Unicorn tears. I was using the what was it? The 4011.
Yeah,
I think it is, but they supposedly just came out with a whole new one, 4022.
Well,
not new. They've had it a while.
I'm a tightwad, so I just use like I have a bottle I mix mine in. I just use distilled water, some alcohol, and some glycerin drops.
That works.
I tried that, but I did not succeed. And it could be just all measurements. I've tried the windshield washer trick. Right now,
measurements.
So
it's a finite.
You have to be careful with your windshield washer fluid that you buy, you have to get the super duper cheapest one out there that's just got alcohol
Good old
and not
Pledge.
the ammonia.
I can't
Pledge
get
is
that
the
anywhere
bomb. It's a
around
shame
here.
they don't make it anymore.
I know they don't have it around here.
They
Yeah, I
don't
got
have it anywhere.
There's alternates out there, but that's what I use.
so
Well,
I've got
I've
some
been
new.
experimenting with alternates, and I haven't had luck yet.
I was
The
watching.
closest I came has been Zepp's floor polish, but it don't work yet.
I got a
Yes.
new mixture to try out. I was watching 60 Rules,
Yeah.
and he was showing his mixture for his Createx paints and stuff. So I mixed up a batch. I just haven't done any spoons.
That'll work too.
I never seen that either, so I have no idea what that is.
It's an AK product that
Oh.
does the same thing.
I bought because, like I said, you can't get that stuff around here. I don't even know where it is right now, but I had bought some sort of floor polish that you use on the laminate wood floors, but it looked crappy. It had like a milky tone to it when it dried.
That's what's in the.
So, if you're painting with craft acrylic and when it dries really good and you have it buffed out good, so for me when it dries, after it's dried, I take a lint-free cloth and I rub it all over to get all the loose stuff off, and then I use a lacquer clear coat or an automotive polyurethane clear coat over the craft acrylic. It'll
And
come
it
out.
doesn't melt it?
No, I mean, in the old days it did, but now they make the paint to go over the plastic bumpers of your car, so of course I just don't pour it on. I spray it really lightly and then let it flash a little bit and then keep layering it up. So, but yeah, I'm one of them tight wads. I like to use the shopper clear coat.
There ain't nothing wrong with saving a few bucks. This is an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But if you guys been to Acme, you've probably seen some of my cars on the table,
No, this would be my first year.
Oh, you need to go.
Yeah,
I would like to go.
Let me see.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it though.
Yeah, let me see here. I was presenting one of my my cars earlier. So this one, unfortunately, that one there.
It's tab back and I'm over here.
That one there's craft acrylic paint.
I like that color. It's a nice color.
And that's actually I snagged that picture from Scale Auto's online version. But
I like that kit.
Yeah. So I honestly thought when I brought that car to Acme, there'd be a bunch of them, but I think there was only 2 others. And I think the reason why they actually took a picture of that one and put it on the magazine is because the color was just something people wouldn't have expected.
Right. That's the one thing I like about a lot of the colors that I have a ton of that paint here.
Yeah.
And a lot of the metallics and the metallizers, and I'm just trying to get some way to get these things to successfully lay down.
So
because it's just some cool colors.
That's where you got to have a lot of plastic spoons and experiment until you get the right thing, because not all of the paint's the same, and
right.
They use different bases in them.
Your
so
environment has to be factored in too.
Yeah.
And who was I just talking about a boat tail Riviera kit with? Ryan.
I've got a boat tail Riviera 3D printed resin, but that thing is rough as a cob, man. your fingernail catches all the way across it.
That there is another one on eBay I've seen that's really rough, but this one, it's like the full kit, everything. It comes, the glass. Here, I'll link it in our private chat. I'm not willing to pay that much, but I would love to do a boat tail riv kit.
I'm surprised
Out
the
of there.
modeling companies made one, because that's like a really awesome car, man. They could have done a lot of cool stuff with that one.
I'm gonna put it in our private chat. I would have to cut that bumper because it's got the 73 full bumper, and the split bumper would look better. But it's still a boat tail riv. It even comes with a little decal sheet. It seriously is the whole kit, but it's I'm not willing to pay that much.
Is that the Yamaha motorcycle build? Is that still going on?
Yeah, I believe so.
Hey, Jamie. I believe it's supposed to run till October.
Now, if that price was $50 lower, I'd be more willing to.
Yeah, I've seen that same kit, and let me go find the one I have. It looks like it carved it out of a damn block of wood.
I've looked through this guy's stuff quite a bit. He's got pretty well done stuff from what I can see.
Kind of looks like somebody I've seen, but it's like a what, $150 or something?
Yeah, if it was $50 less, I'd buy it. I would love to recreate the boat tail riv from that show Counting Cars, Counts Customs over in Vegas. That car probably had 40 or 50 different colors on that thing.
Is he still producing cars, or is he done? I thought he was done.
He still
Yeah,
owns
not on
the shop
TV,
up there.
Yeah, they're still on.
I'm
Still
subscribed to
watching
him on
TV.
YouTube. He still does a
Kind of
lot of
like
stuff.
Gas Monkey, they're still doing it, just not doing it on TV.
TV.
No, yeah, I think they got kicked off. They don't get the ratings. They don't get to stay.
I still watch both their YouTube channels, Gas Monkey and Counts Customs.
That kit don't look that bad.
This guy, let me go to his page. If he's the dude I'm thinking of, then yeah, he has like a full 3D print store on here like this. Like he's got a 2019 Ram 2500, the Corvette summer car, a Ram TRX, 2015 Chevy Suburban.
So what kit are you supposed to share with that for a chassis?
The Riviera, it comes with a chassis.
Well, this
No,
one
that
didn't.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
this
about
one didn't. But let me see if I can get closer. You see that huge line there?
Oh yeah.
right.
Can you hear my finger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
But that's the
So
coat filler primer.
I can
That's
knock
what I
that
want.
down, but man, it's like, do I want to spend all this time sanding? And I hate to say it, that this one line, I'd have to fill that. But then the sides where it's really hard, it literally looks like a block of wood. In fact, if I wanted to, I could probably paint it a wood color and people would think, hey, that's cool.
There you go.
One thing I will say about Rust-Oleum paint, as thick as it is, it would cover up a lot of that.
Well,
It sprays so thick it'd cover up a lot.
I'm not a big fan of Rust-Oleum paint.
That's all I use. You can get
Well,
you can get really good jobs with Rust-Oleum. It's just bit of a process. Or if it's too hot, it won't dry for a few days. And I found that out the hard way.
I gotta see if I can find that file. I might need to buy that body because I like that body style.
Oh, me too.
I did too.
And maybe I won't get it done this year, but you know,
And the
maybe
Riviera,
after Acme I'll get it done. But so I'm the asshole that I like to have an engine that is visible. So this one I'd have to cut the hood out and all this stuff, and
oh, the
you know,
hood,
that's
the hood's
yeah.
permanent.
This hood
Oh.
is solid
So it's
molded in.
curbside. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd have to
So
cut it out.
That's what drew me to the one I found. The hood, the hood's solid on this one too. Never mind.
Yeah, I thought about buying the one that you've seen, but I think it's made overseas. It's not made in the States.
Yeah, I think
it's
that's
from
what
Germany.
That guy is. Yeah, that guy's. Because if it's the one I'm thinking of that I've looked at a bunch of his stuff, he's over there on the other side of the pond.
Yeah, $149.95, and so you know. This hood is on here is solid too. This doesn't have an opening hood. This is the same one that I have, except for this has all the extra stuff with it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It has no motor, and if you look at the chassis, it's not made to have a motor in it.
Yeah.
You know,
it looked like a.
This is a curbside kit too. Yeah,
I think most of his
Which
kits
I like
are
curbsides for
curbside.
when I'm in a slump and I want to do something easy. But 150 for a curbside, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
But that's a kit I'd love to do.
Yeah, if he made one with the hood that opened, that would be good.
That'd be a different story on that $150.
Yeah.
He's got a whole bunch of different cars
even
for all
then.
the same price. One, or a couple of them are higher, but
I'm going to kit bash it. I forget which one I'm going to use. I think it's a 68 or 69 Riviera, because when I did my research, you know, everything was more similar. And not to say that people are stupid, but no one's going to recognize the difference in the interior, the door panels, you know. So
No. A lot of model kit too.
You know. But yeah, if they would have made a model kit of this, man, it'd been the bomb. We all should pull our money together and start our own model car company.
It's gonna take a little more than what we probably all got.
Yeah.
yeah, tooling, you're talking $200,000 for.
Yeah,
for
minimum, and most of the time you're gonna have an engineer to. Yeah.
Well, we could do like a resin store, like 3D resin shit.
Yeah, that's the R&D and getting the tooling made. That's the big expense. Once you got the tooling, you can jack them out for nothing. Next to nothing.
Right.
Jay's added some new stuff to his website.
He does it time to time.
Yeah,
There's some
he's got a
stuff
nice set of
like those
24-inch
wheels
off-road wheels I like.
He took the wheels off that I had it custom made for me. He took them down, so apparently he sold all of them he had. And put the American gas not on there, so he probably sold all of those. He does have that Pontiac panel truck I'd love to get, but I have to figure out what the source for the chassis and stuff. Chassis and interior.
Yeah, he's got some 24-inch kind of off-road wheels, like some Archons, some American Forces.
Here's another interesting resin kit.
I got a SEMA build I'm wanting to do.
Check this out.
Ooh.
You guys recognize that?
It's not a
You
Monte
could-
Carlo.
No.
Is that
Let me just give
is
you
that a
hints.
stinking Lincoln?
You could almost smell the rich Corinthian leather.
Chrysler Cordoba.
Is that a stinking
Yeah.
Lincoln?
No, it's a Chrysler Cordoba.
Oh,
The Corinthian leather. He's not old enough to know what Corinthian leather is.
I
Yep.
know.
And it has a hood that comes off.
Right.
Yeah, this one came out of Switzerland. And yeah, it I've been sanding on this, but this is rough as a cob too, and it's way too thick. You could see where I've been, sanding on it on the inside, trying to thin it so I can put an interior and stuff in it.
Right.
yeah.
Because this is like a 75, so I can use the Dodge Monaco interior.
Yeah.
And then use the Dodge Monaco interior and use the AMT's 71 Charger for the chassis and the engine and all that stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
Actually, I'm all wrong because I'm looking at the project. It actually came with an interior.
Honest.
So I'm
Oh yeah, that's a cool body there too.
that's sweet.
Yeah,
I like.
I'm gonna
the
break
chop.
down and grab one of these here before too long.
I like the chop on it.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now, Bob. I mean, the hood's molded, but man,
Well, guys,
$24. I mean,
Yeah, you got to come up with that's all you're getting is just the body, but you got to
Right.
sort everything else.
yeah, but so the Oldsmobile,
yeah, but the 50 Buick, I feel like the 49 Mercury chassis would fit under it.
what you might want to try is that Foose Cadillac thing.
I've got one of those from Marcy. I'm not parting that kid out. I'm in love with that Cadillac.
I've parted out a shit ton of them things. Hey,
Ugh,
How could
I need
you
to
ruin
break my
a
heart.
kid like that?
I'm a Foose fan girl.
yeah, just it's not Foose, but
I'm about to
kinda
paint that
related to
Cadillac, actually,
Foose.
Marcy.
I
I'm
just
thinking
bought-
maybe that Joel's truck chassis will fit under that Pontiac. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
It might.
So
That's
I can keep
sport truck.
suggesting Foose kits to use for it just because you don't want to kit bash a Foose kit.
The only Foose kit I would ever kit bash is that damn Stingray. Just because
So,
that thing was ugly.
I'm thinking that one like the AMT 55. What is it? See, now
Well,
I can't think of it.
Okay, kit bashing
AMT
them, I
had a
can't say
few of
nothing.
them.
I use the frame from the Foose F100 on everything.
Yeah, but that F100,
But
you
that's
can get those things everywhere. They're very common.
Yeah,
so
you
that's
can get them
okay
for
to do.
cheap. The Cadillac you can't find anywhere, or at least not for cheap.
So I don't know because I don't
After
have that
finished
resin.
one, I got one left.
Maybe
Which
this
I'm about
kit
to
would
paint
make
that
a great
Cadillac.
parts kit.
Yeah. You know what? I wonder if this other body from Jay's, it's a 54-door Buick, but it's got like a crazy custom grill, and it looks like it's got teeth on the front of it. Like, I wonder if that body would fit on that chassis.
It might.
Good.
Let's see what the chassis looks like.
He's got that one, the panel Bob was just showing, and he has
There's 5 or 6
another.
of them.
Where's it at?
It's got some nice
Uh,
wheels. It's got some reverse chrome steelies in it. That would be great to add to that. Let's see. What's the chassis look like? Where is the chassis? There it is.
I think it's in that bag.
And I gotta open up a fucking bag. And my scissors are dull. Oh, this is a cool. So it's got this kind of chassis, separate,
Ooh,
and then it's got the floor pan that you can doctor up very easily. Yeah. This has
that
a
might
lot
work
of
with the chassis being like that. If I need to stretch it or chop
it
it, I
comes
can.
with some slicks, some super skinnies, and some more modern tires. It's got the Firestone skinnies, and then it's got some more modern tires, and it's got slicks. Crazy ass headers. I wonder if it's got a V8 in it, or if it's just an inline six. Let me see.
I always
But I
see
don't
that
know.
kit at my antique store. I don't know. I'm just not into it. I never grab it.
It's got a cool set of decals. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't have a V8. It just has that old that. Well, and let's just drop the decals on the dirty fucking floor.
There you go. Cool.
Oh yeah, some '90s looking shit.
Oh God! All right, so look for AMT's 51 Chevy Bel Air. That would be a great parts kit for that. Yeah, and then you can use the body to practice. Actually, that body with some, you French the headlights on that thing, man, and maybe put a different grill on it. Chop the top, narrow the trunk. That would be a pretty sharp looking custom.
Yeah.
That's nothing I'm going to do.
I always see that kit at my local antique shop, and I don't know, it just never speaks to me, so I never grab it. That, and I think there's parts missing out of it because everything's open and there's parts all over that damn box. With the lady in there gets mad when I open up model boxes to see if the parts are in there.
I wouldn't be spending my money in there.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I
guys,
told her I'm not going to buy it if I don't know all the parts are in there.
it is time for me to go to bed.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm about to do
I
that.
got to get up early in the morning and go register a motorcycle.
All right, guys.
All right. See you next time.
Yeah, I'll probably be around Thursday on, or otherwise I'm on either Monday or Tuesday, depending on which week it is.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on.
No problem. Anytime.
Always.
Yeah. See you guys later, guys and gals.
Hey.
Yeah.
See you, brother.
And
Well,
all right,
thanks
bye.
to Jamie and Boston and Kevin and anybody else still hanging out there. We had a good one tonight. So I'll probably have one on Thursday because Rob is apparently not doing it. So if I feel up to it, we'll have one on Thursday night. But thank Marcy and Jimmy and everybody else within the live, Norman, and we'll see you next time.
Night, everybody.
See you, man.